Hello,
everybody. Welcome to the Transatlantic Lego live stream. I am Brick Hive. I am always joined by Greg from London Bridge Bricks.
Hello.
And we have a special guest today. We may have two special guests. We are currently waiting to see if the other one can join us and make it. But we do have Coconut Brick Studio with us. So thank you, good sir, for joining us on our Transatlantic stream.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really impressed with what you guys have got going here. It's kind of like, it's almost like this thing people are excited for every week and like tune into. And I'm
No, that's awesome. Thanks, man.
Really good to know. Thanks, Coconut.
Yeah,
because obviously we do this because we like it, enjoy it, and we want to do it and stuff. But also, I know we all want to make stuff that other people enjoy as well. You know what I mean?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna go through the chat real quick and just say hi to everybody. Let's see here. So, hello, Nathaniel, Bricks in Lithuania, or BIL, as I like to call you. Mitch Bricks, hello, hello. What else we got here? We are Lego, hello. Fanna Sullivan, hello, hello. Warfu, is that how that says? Warfow. I'm just gonna call you War for right now until I can figure it out. I hate butchering people's names, man. All right, so that's everybody that's in the chat currently. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. You are truly, truly awesome people. So, Greg, let me ask you, what are you building? Anything?
I am building some Overwatch.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a really good deal. We've got a food store over here called Sainsbury's, very, very British food store. Anyway, they do a big range of Lego, and I was in there and I bought this Overwatch set. It's the Dorado Showdown, very, very cowboyish. Anyway, so I picked it up and it was on half price, so it was like £30 reduced to I think it was £16, so it was like 50% off. Anyway, when I got to the checkout, it turns out there's a great big dent in it. So I mentioned it to the lady on the checkout, and she says, "Oh, I'll round it down for you. We call it £12." So for £12, I've got like 420 bricks. So
I wonder if that would work in America, like at Walmart or something. Because dude, I see banged up boxes all the time. Hi, Collecting. How are you? Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you can make it. I saw somebody else that was in here. Winterbricker. Hello, 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 hello. So, Coconut, what are you doing down there?
So I'm in what's called the boring phase of mock building. I have to take apart Naboo and separate it and part everything out. And 13,000 plus pieces is a lot less fun when you're trying to sort it and put it
in. Dude, and see, that's probably that's a behind the scenes thing that a lot of people just don't realize when they see these incredible mocks. Like, yeah, it's so fun building, but yeah, tearing them down.
Yeah,
especially when they're that big too.
The week after I premiered Naboo, I took the whole week off. I didn't really film. I didn't answer comments. I literally spent the whole week just dismantling Naboo, trying to get everything parted out. And I actually I'm selling stuff from my old mock to kind of help pay for my next one. So I was getting my eBay listings up. It was a busy week.
Hi, Gallagade. Hey, Gallagade, I have to say, you have a lovely voice. I enjoyed listening to Gallagade this morning when I was watching that space station stream. No, I'm serious, man. It was just nice. But anyways, hello, NC Bricks. So I forgot to blow you up on the big screen so everybody can see. Good Lord, dude, that gunship. Dang it, Coconut, don't you dare get near me with that thing, man. I'm going to take it.
I've got a couple, so.
Oh, my gosh, that is so beautiful. Oh, man.
I love the gunships. I'm just in love with them right now. I've bought too many.
All right, so real quick, let's see here. I just saw someone new. Lego Lamaniac. Hello, hello.
Lego Lamaniac. Hello, mate.
Minifigure Collector. Hello. And Collecting says she's been busy with school. Yeah, I figured you and Titanium well, I guess until maybe just recently, you guys have probably been really busy with a lot of school. Hi, Mitch. I can't remember if I said hello to you or not. So, so I'm building the safari truck.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I got this and that ice cream truck together for like a really, really good deal. And I like this vehicle. I'm not a fan of the zebra stripes, but I love that. What is it? That's a lion, right?
That looks like a lioness.
Lioness. That, and then the guy with this tree costume, and then that parrot. That parrot's cool. That'll be like I think my third colored parrot now.
I think that's a really cool figure. Do you know the cool thing about that set is you've got a brilliant figure, you've got a pretty decent looking vehicle, and you've got yourself a couple of decent little Lego animals as well. Because it's like I don't think it's a saber-toothed tiger. It's like a lioness, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lioness. And I'm always down with getting more animals. You know, there's actually a friend set that I wanted to get, just because I wanted to get the little tiny turtles, the little baby turtles, because I have a big turtle. So I was like, well, it just makes sense, man, to have a bunch of little baby turtles with it, you know? So let's see here. What's everybody saying? BIL says, I just wanted to ask you, did you see my mock for Brickatech's mock contest video? I'm asking this because I don't have comments and wanted to hear your opinion. BIL, I'm sorry, I probably didn't. I've been a little bit busy lately just because of the live streaming at night. It's really been throwing me off. I'm like, I'm kind of burnt out a little bit, but I will watch it. I promise. I honestly, I can't lie. I'm not saying I watch every single video that everybody puts out, but I sweep through all of my subscribers, and I mean, some I watch a little bit more than others, but. And you know, sometimes I'll comment, sometimes I don't, you know. But I'm always out there. I'm always watching stuff. So London Bridge Bricks, you're on the new M&R vlog.
Yeah, wow. I've got no idea why, but
you're probably this live. Weren't you guys in a live stream together?
We did do a live stream together. Yeah, but he was in. It was the BFAB one, wasn't it?
Well, if it was within a week, that's probably what it is.
Oh yeah, it probably is actually. Yeah.
That's cool. Look at you,
climbing up the ranks.
I haven't got him on one of my streams yet. Brick Hive's got the mantle for that one.
Yeah, he does. I was surprised. I was like, "Is that the real MMR Productions?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking to Greg about that. I was like, yeah, I mean, he's, you know, and again, it's not. I know it's not because of me. You know, I mean, it's because I know. He's friends with BFAB and he's friends with Sands and he's friends with Brick Vibe and stuff. So it just would make sense that I would run into him. You know what I mean? But it's really cool. Yeah, man, Ryan, he's really cool. Like to just interact with, to talk to. It's like a totally different experience than you just seeing him on his channel. You know what I mean? Which makes sense. It's just like, I guess, any person, any celebrity or anybody that you don't know but you see. You know what I mean? TV or whatever. But yeah, I mean, he's funny. But yeah, it's really cool, man.
I like him though, because he just seems a pretty regular guy. Hangs out with us, hangs out with BFAB, and I think a lot of it is down to BFAB
and that's the other thing too, is and I'm not gonna sit here and like just kiss Ryan's ass or this whole stream or anything, you know what I mean? But look. There are two specific things that I actually really admire about Ryan. Okay, one is really, for the most part, man, he says what he wants. And that takes a lot of balls and conviction, man. You know what I mean? Because you're going to say some stuff that people aren't going to like, and you do it anyways because that's how you feel, and you stick with your guns and yada yada yada. So I really do respect that. And another thing is, he doesn't act like he's too good to come down and talk and hang out with us, man. You know what I mean? The smaller YouTubers, and because he doesn't have to. I mean, he knows a lot of people. So it's just, it's just really cool.
But
I mean, and it's not like I agree with everything Ryan's ever said. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
but yeah, dude, he's a cool dude. And I actually, like I said, I respect him.
I think so. I think he respects if you think I don't mind people.
Wait. Sorry. Wait, Greg, I don't want to interrupt you, but our next guest has arrived.
Can you come in?
Yes. So our next guest is Brick Vibe.
Awesome.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Big Vibe.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're okay, man. You're okay.
You're forgiven.
I'd be late, but Greg won't let me. So
Greg's not going to start it without you?
I don't know, man. He might. You never know. He might be like, all right, Brandon, this is the last time.
The whole beauty of the Transatlantic live stream. It's me and Brandon.
Yeah, we are two peas of a pod called
Indeed.
Transatlantic Stream. So let's see. Lego Maniac says regarding Bucks. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Greg. What were you saying before Vibe jumped in?
I forget what I was saying now.
I'm sorry.
The thing is, I think I never mind people challenging me if they don't agree with what I say and anything like that.
Definitely.
It's always for me. It's always a case of doing something you believe in and a good reason why you do it. Don't just argue for the sake of arguing about stuff. And that's one thing I do like about Ryan. He will have a conversation with you about stuff, why he feels the way he does about something, and that's cool. And that's all I ever ask about people. You've got your opinions on things. I've got my opinions on things. Coconut, I'm sure as hell you've got your opinion on things as well.
I definitely do.
So,
well, I remember telling my daughter a while back about I can't remember exactly what the subject was, but we were talking about arguments, debates, and disagreements and stuff like that. And I told her, I was like, "Yeah, sweetie," I was like, I don't mind if I'm wrong about something. I was like, or if someone proves me wrong. I mean, it's different if they like rub it in your face, you know what I mean, or make you feel dumb about it. But I was like, I don't mind being proven wrong because that means I learned something.
Yeah.
So I'm all about learning new things, or knowing the right thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't let ego get in the way of knowledge, No,
definitely, man. We're learning. And I tell you what, that's the beauty about Lego stuff, because I tell you what, you're always learning about new techniques. And you know what? I think I've got a new piece in this that I've never seen before.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Let me see. Why don't you load it up real quick?
Yeah, check this out.
Wait, isn't that like haven't they used that as a gun before?
Maybe.
It would make a good gun. It's in the what is the new video game set? Or Overwatch?
Yeah. I think this is going to be his gun.
It's pretty cool.
Are you building an Overwatch set?
It's the Dorado Showdown.
So that's what it is.
Huh. I see Deppy is here. Hi, Deppy. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody else.
Hi, Deppy was in the stream with me earlier on this morning. We was both building the ISS, and I'm not joking. I got the ISS that I built. Doc built it, and I think Deppy, he finished it off about half an hour before we did. He was speeding along. That was good fun, Deppy. I really enjoyed doing that with you as well, by the way, mate. That was good fun.
Huh. All right. I'm going to mute myself for a second so these bricks aren't too loud.
But I was thinking about actually building a Lego set. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, man. Well, what are you thinking of doing?
Thinking about building this one.
I did build that last year. That's the dual on
Star Killer base.
Yeah, Starkiller base. That was it. Yeah.
From
you know what? I'm not kidding. That was such a good set, and it's got a lot of surprises in it for a set that's so small.
Okay. Well, then that cinches it. I'm going to go ahead and build that.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Honestly, anyone watching, guys and girls out there in the chat, let us know if you've built that set, because there's a follow-up to that. Isn't there? Mustafa set, which I think you built Hive. Talking to the devil.
Yeah, I'm going to be building it soon. I think this will be for my next shout out video.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking of shout out videos, you know, you did that really quick one when I posted over to you that Christmas tile, that tile. I think it said something like, it said like nearly 50 views. And I thought that was so cool because it's such a, I call it a quaint video.
Yeah.
When I saw that.
I've got a couple that are like that. I won a set from Hoosier. There was something else. Oh, Kittenville sent me that different sauces and barbecue sauce and stuff like that, and his sig fig.
Oh man, I enjoyed watching that because I was like, "What's going on here? Where's this going to?" And then you showed it being the sauce.
Yeah, I think I might just make a video just of me trying the hot chow chow sauce. Like the barbecue sauce, I'm waiting until like we just make some chicken, so I can make some barbecue chicken or something like that. And the other stuff, I just haven't quite figured out what I'm going to put it on yet because it's more like almost like a paste.
Yeah.
But you know, I was so giddy, man. I was so thrilled that I got a sig fig. Like Kittenville is my first sig fig. Hi, Edican. How are you? Hello, Bricksomniac. See, did I miss anybody else?
So you only have one sig fig?
Yep.
Have you made a sig fig for yourself?
Not yet. I mean, the only thing that's really kind of just holding me up is I have to get some torsos printed with this on it.
I mean, your fig doesn't have to be exactly you. I mean, like, or have your logo on it, like mine.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know it doesn't have to. I just I want it to. And I mean, I'm not gonna sell them. I'm gonna give them away or trade them. Hold on a second. Let me load that up. Oh, right on. Sweet.
I mean,
That's your one.
Fig. Kevin Eagle thinks I need to make a solid black figure with my logo on it and let that be my sig fig.
I mean, you know, I mean, I don't know if it's about to call it black part, even though that is kind of cool, actually. But I just really want my logo to be on it, just so I just distinctively, everybody knows it's me. But yeah, like I said, I have no intention of like selling them. I just either want to give them away or trade them for other sig figs, because I would really love to have everybody's sig fig in my city. You know what I mean?
That would be cool.
Yeah, and I remember in the early days when I first started, like when I came out of my dark ages, and then I found out like Lego YouTube videos. Like in the very early days of me watching that stuff, I remember watching city updates and people like saying like, "Oh, here's this person and here's this person," and I was like, "Wow, that is awesome, man!" Like you're getting like this little mini shout out in all these videos of your sig fig in the city, and I just really wanted to do that for people. So, in due time, it'll happen, you know.
Yeah.
You know, because right now, like I said, my main goal is just getting the train running. I'm not even worried anymore about it looking really pretty right now. I just want to get it running because I'm itching more and more to get started on this damn Star Wars mock, man. Especially I've been watching Coconut lately, man. Like the Naboo thing. I'm like, God dang it.
You got the Star Wars mock fever.
I know. And it's going to be my first one too, so I'm pretty excited.
What one are you doing then? What's going to be your mark?
It's that mountain base.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I thought you put that to one side while you do the train stuff.
I have. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, I almost do want to finish the trade, but I'm like, no. I got to set goals and stick with them, even if they're smaller goals.
Baby steps.
Yes. Yeah, that's a cool lioness, man. Sweet. So Doc reminded me that, you know, because I was saying I don't like the zebra stripes. Doc reminded me, he's like, yeah, well, you don't have to put the stickers on the truck.
No, you don't.
I was like, oh yeah.
See,
There
that's
you
an
go.
Americanism there, Brandon. You call them zebras, we call them zebras.
Zebras. I think I saw. Oh, BIL asked a question. He goes, "Brickhive, are you paying for the StreamYard? I am asking this because there isn't a logo on the top corner." Yes, yes. So, StreamYard gives you 20 free hours a month, and I blow through those because you got to figure it 4 times a month. I do a 3-hour live stream every Sunday morning. You know, so that's what 360. That's 12 hours right there. So any other random live streams I might do, and then you figure at least once a month we do a Transatlantic stream. So I kind of go through them pretty quick. And then this week I wasn't even thinking, so I got to I don't know if it was Wednesday or Thursday, and I was like, oh, I'm about to run out of time. And I was like, I got a Transatlantic stream to host this Saturday. So I went ahead.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I went ahead and paid for a month, which is fine. I like it much better because obviously you get to put your logo and you change the background and other cool things that I can't think of right now.
I think StreamYards is a really good service. Do you get any discount at all ever?
Only if you buy a year in advance.
Okay, they do it monthly.
Yeah. Well, monthly it's $20. I think if you do it for a whole year, it comes out to $16 a month. You save like $200 or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's really expensive. No, you don't save $200. But you save a good amount.
Yeah. I'm going to show you something.
A year?
Hi, Trapjaw.
Yeah.
What's that?
Paul and I have both got round to doing our sig figs. So that's my sig fig, but you might have seen that one before.
I have, but I don't know if anybody else has. Let me blow that up.
There we go.
There we go. Look at that. Oh, man, that's with the headphones, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot you have the headphones. I love it.
And then
see, I need to get headphones for mine too.
I love it. There's a few different hair pieces out there. This one's Paul's.
Oh, nice. Oh, is that you got the leather jacket?
Yeah, Paul's always wearing a leather jacket.
Nice.
That over there in the background, by the way, that's what I built earlier this afternoon. So that's a pretty good week. That is the Fiat 500 and the ISS station. That's not bad for a week, is it?
No, not at all, man. Look at that. Bye, BIL. I hope you have a great day, brother. Yeah, dude, that's awesome, though. I gotta tell you, Greg, I like your little studio, man. It's very cozy.
It's all right.
Yeah, it looks just very cozy.
It's tiny. It is honestly. It's just well, I make the best of the room that I've got. So
But it doesn't look as tiny because it's not just cluttered or anything. You know what I mean? Like, dude, look, like I've got a huge room and I still feel like I don't have any space, man.
You guys were right, by the way. Those were for guns. Those ones. Thing is, it's like everything, Brandon. Doesn't matter how much money you earn. Doesn't matter how much space you've got. You're going to buy all the money, and you're going to use up all the space.
Yep. I think that's what my wife thinks. Because, I've asked her about, and I don't ask her anymore, but I used to ask her, hey, can I have, the rest of the basement? Or, hey, can I have this room? Besides the one I already have. Because we have a huge house. And my daughter, she went to go live with her mom in Colorado, a few months back. So we have another room. We took one room and we just knocked the wall out and extended our bathroom and closet into it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I've asked her these things before, and I think she thinks that if she lets me have a little bit, I'm just going to keep asking for more.
Yeah.
So, because I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Yeah, I'm being very cautious and careful where I put all my stuff because my wife is very how can I put it sensitive to the fact that I've got a lot of Lego. So I've got a small space, but I have to keep it well maintained, and I've got a lot of shelves to fill up still. And maybe I'll do something like what you do, Brandon, and do the odd video on what's going on the shelves.
I'm actually considering selling some of my sets.
What about breaking them down or something like that?
Because look, I mean, unless it's something very valuable or meant some, like a sentimental kind of thing. If I'm not going to display it or put it in the city or whatever, I just don't see no use of having it. Or if it's an investment, that's different. But I mean, if it's just like a fire truck, I've got 5 fire trucks. You know what I mean? It's like I don't need any more. Like I mean, I'm not
gonna station.
Huh?
Have you got a fire station?
Yeah, I got the old school one, and then I've got like one of the newer ones that I was actually gonna mock up, but I was like, why? I already got one. The only thing I don't have is a damn police station.
Oh, you need a police station.
Yeah.
The way things are going as well, everyone is going to probably need a hospital. I tell you, I did something a bit different today. I was washing a load of Lego that was given to me.
Hey, Coconut, Gallagate's wondering if you're building trees.
I'm building trees. No, I'm stacking these bricks because the way I like to store large bulk pieces is I part them out based on what size they are, and then I stick them in the containers. I just feel like if everything's stacked nicely, I can pull out a stack of bricks at a time instead of digging through it, like cutting the tips of my fingers on stuff.
That's smart.
So, yeah, especially with the scale, I've never had a mock of this scale, so I'm really just experimenting with different storage types because I've never had to store this many Legos.
Well, we all know space,
Yeah, because
like utilizing everything.
Exactly, because I have a whole room to myself. I kind of commandeered our spare bedroom, but I'm not allowed to go out of that bedroom, and I'm really starting to burst at the seams here.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
I'm like, maybe it's time to move to a bigger house.
Yeah, since you can't expand out of the room, you're just gonna make the house bigger.
Exactly.
Because you know what, we've actually talked. Like, obviously, we're not going anywhere for a while. I mean, we're only like maybe 5 years or whatever into our mortgage. But we talked about it, like if we retire or move somewhere. I'm like, every time we talk about it, I'm like, yeah, well, we're gonna need an extra room.
Exactly.
So no matter what we get, just throw that out there.
There has to be a Lego room. In fact, I know someone. Hear about this, right? So I've got a guy at work. He's really big into collecting his Lego, and he collects it as an investment. And he's looking around London, and we call it very central London as well. So it's quite expensive. And he's looking around this particular house, and he went down into the what we call a shed, garage, whatever. And the guy who he's buying the house of had his Lego collection in there as well. And as soon as he saw that, he just went, "I've got to buy this house." How cool is that?
Yeah. I hear you.
Hello, builders here. Solo, where have you been? I've not seen you for ages, mate. Are you still working mega hours?
Hi, Solo. Hey, Kittenville. I mean, it's contagious. Hopefully in a good way. That's like a horrible word right now, man.
Yeah. I tell you what, right? If you want to get to a front of a queue at the moment, just walk up to someone and go.
Dude, I'm not even joking. Two
I
times
was grocery shopping last night, and I've had this cough since freaking December.
Well, I know. Because I have allergies all the time, so everybody knows I'm just known for sneezing. And when I sneeze, I don't sneeze like 2 times. I sneeze like 8 to 10 times in a row, right? So now I'm paranoid as hell. Like, oh my god, everybody's gonna think I'm gonna kill him or something. But Joe, check this out. Twice yesterday, two different coworkers of mine, like their girlfriend or wife or whatever, sent them a video where they're at frickin' like Walmart or something, and people were fighting like over water and stuff, like literally like punching each other and stuff.
No,
I was like,
way.
oh my god.
Maybe you guys can enlighten me on this, but I don't understand everybody's rush for the water. I don't understand why people are buying up the bottled water.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I would assume because they think and maybe I'm wrong, but they think that public services are going to collapse and you're going to need water.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, look, I can understand if there was some if there was some serious biological warfare going on, maybe you'd be a little paranoid about drinking the water at first or something until you knew for sure.
You say that, you never know, Brandon. You never know.
Well, yeah. Actually, you know what's funny is, well, I guess it's not funny, is down in Key West, my buddy, his mom worked for the Aqueduct Authority.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't drink the water down there.
Well, that's
because she knew things. But I don't know. I always think it. I was like,
I mean, there's some people that just don't drink tap water, and it's the same. It's the same. I feel like it's the same thing behind toilet paper, which I don't quite understand. But
I don't get toilet paper.
You're gonna run out.
So you know, as far as the tap water thing goes, I mean, in all seriousness, you know, all the crap that happened in Flint, like that's all over the place, man. I mean, except for like maybe out in like, you know, the country area where it's a lot of wells and stuff. But like public water systems, man, Baltimore, especially big cities like, you know, Baltimore, Philly, New York, you know, any place like that. Unless you know for sure they've actually allocated their tax money the right way and done an overall haul, you know. But you know, but like I said, what are you supposed to do, you know?
That's really my main concern right now is that not that stuff is going to shut down, but everybody's panic buying everything. So then I'm not going to have anything.
Well, I went to Walmart. What was it, the day before yesterday? I can't remember. It was just like a couple days ago. I think it might have been Thursday after work. And yeah, there is just like huge sections of stuff just gone.
Yeah, everything's been cleaned out.
And of course, you know, we've all seen stories. You know what I mean? Just people selling stuff for real crazy prices and all that.
I just saw this article on Facebook. This guy was complaining because he had like 17,000 units of hand sanitizer. Because when the first case of the virus was reported in the United States, him and his brother just started driving all over, buying as much as they could. And they started selling it on Amazon, and they sold like 1,000 or some 2,000, I don't remember the number, and made a ton of money on it. And then the next day, Amazon banned them. So they have 17,000 units of hand sanitizer they can't sell. And I got the feeling like they're crying because they can't sell it.
Well, here's my thing. Did they jack the prices up?
Oh yeah, they were selling it for like, I think it was for a bottle from between $8 and $50.
Okay, all right, like yeah. Because look, man, I wouldn't be mad if they were just trying to flip some bottles and just make a buck. You know what I mean? Like that's fine, dude. I get it, man. You know what I mean? But like gouging it like that and taking advantage of people that are in need, you know, that's not cool.
No, it's not. Do you know what? That when we had well, we've had a couple now. I think it was the first one when we had our first terrorist attack on London Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
There was we just started using Uber in London.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was there was this terrorism attack happening and people were getting stabbed and horrible things were happening on the bridge. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but Uber decided their algorithm kicked in and they jacked up all the prices of all the cabs in that area. And that was the first time that had happened. And when people inquired about it, it was because obviously there was an attack going on. People were getting worried and everyone just wanted to sort of get out of the area. But Uber were like held the ransom over that because they said it was bang out of order, that, you know, this is a human tragedy that was happening and they were cashing in on it. But to be fair to Uber, they did change that algorithm in the future. But
well,
I believe in capitalism, but I don't believe in that sort of capitalism.
Right. I'm kind of torn in a couple of different directions on that because, yeah, on one hand, I'm thinking, well, money. All right, so you're jacking up. Okay, the justification you're jacking up the price is because it's a dangerous area to go to. All right, we'll just say that's what it is. Okay, so I understand the dangerous area part. Jacking up the price, I don't know if that's. I don't know if it makes any real logical sense, or if it's just like, look, if I'm going to put my life in danger, at least I'm going to put a price on it, kind of thing.
Yeah. The way the algorithm works, it's because of demand. It's the demand. There was a great big demand on it, and they jacked up the prices because there were less Ubers around. They put the price up of them. But you see, they didn't realise at the time what was happening. Why there was such a big demand for their taxis.
Right. And
of course,
yeah, I don't know, man. That's and of course, I try not to make any kind of sincere judgments or opinions without complete knowledge of it, because obviously I don't know what it's like. You know what I mean? Over there, what the percentage rate is, or how often it happens, or just a lot of different factors.
Oh yeah, no, that was just one of those perfect cases where their AI just didn't work properly. It was counterintuitive to what the situation. And to be fair to Uber, they apologised and they said it would never happen again. And well, we had another terrorist attack not too long ago, and they it didn't happen. So
well, it's weird when things kind of like that happen, and and it can happen in different ways, like what you're just talking about. Or are there other ways where something can affect businesses in a negative way that have to do with just situations in your city? Like here in Baltimore, it's kind of a hot topic. But there's these group of kids. I don't know how many. I mean, it's quite a few, but they're called the squeegee kids. And what it is like you're driving in your car, you hit a red light, and then they come up and like wash your window, and then they demand money from you. And I don't know every case. I've just seen plenty of stuff on video where like you don't give it to them, and yeah, they open the door or whatever and like drag you out and beat you up or whatever. It's become a real big problem. And apparently the city at first was just like, well, I don't know like how detailed it was. Like I don't know, because it seemed like they were trying to say like they were trying to be entrepreneurs, and like doing something with themselves or going out there or like making money or whatever. And I mean, I don't agree with that at all. I'm like, just go get a job. You know what I mean? Like, why are you standing on a corner? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, it's a hot topic with a lot of people around here, but it is interesting how certain situations are almost out of business's control. You know what I mean? Whether it's an algorithm doing something or just like I said, people can't get. So like I said, this is affecting a lot of businesses right around there, because now nobody wants to go over in that general area of the city. You know what I mean? So, what's collecting saying? From being, people want to take advantage of that. Yeah. People take advantage of other people is horrible.
Yeah, and we're a very charitable nation here in England, and we hate things like that, man. We really do. It's. I mean, I'm all for people making money and being entrepreneurial and seeing things before they happen, all that sort of thing. But I'm you've got to be morally correct as well in all that.
Yeah. Hey, Flash Pants, thanks for the thumbs up, man. Appreciate it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with them theoretically, washing your window, but don't demand money for it if you didn't agree to do it.
I don't even like them washing my window, man. You know what? If I want my window washed, I'll do it when I get gas. Get out of the goddamn road. Like, I don't even like it when people like walk around in the street begging for money, like when you stop at a stoplight or whatever. I mean, like, and like, look, I give money to homeless people all the time. I try and help people where I can, you know what I mean? But I don't want you in the road. I don't feel comfortable driving past you. You know what I mean? When you're like 6 inches away from my vehicle. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
an invasion of space, isn't it?
I don't know. Again, I understand what Vibe's saying though. I mean, because look, if you're really doing it in a nice, good way, like you're not one of these kids that are like pulling somebody out of their vehicle or whatever, you know what I mean, or demanding money. Yeah, I'd rather you be doing that than getting in trouble. You know what I mean? Like doing something you shouldn't. I don't know. Like I said, it's an interesting discussion amongst a lot of people around here.
Anyway, how you getting on with your build, Brandon?
I've almost got a chassis.
Yeah, I'm doing the truck as well at the moment. This truck is kind of very 1940s, I'd say. Kind of reminds me when I was in Cuba, the sort of trucks they had over there.
You know what I'm kind of wanting to build now, and I think it was Vibe that was telling me that was it the monster truck you were talking about? Was that you?
That was not me.
Oh, the monster burger truck.
Oh, that looks really good.
Dang it! I can't remember who was telling me about that.
I built a monster truck the other day. The Lego Movie 2 one. That was brilliant.
Oh yeah, that was a good truck. Yeah, man. Like that's another thing too. Like when I got the Speed Champion stuff. Like now, I feel like I just gotta find places on the shelf to put them because I could put more vehicles in my city, but then it's gonna be really, really crowded. I've already got a lot of vehicles.
Brandon, talking of vehicles, what did you think of the Fiat 500?
I like it.
Did you have color problems with it though?
No, but I did have one issue. Maybe you can help me out with.
Fire away, mate.
Where is it? Here it is. Hold on a minute. I don't know how this happened. You know, Lord knows I can be a little daft sometime in this stuff. But I got 2 extra stickers, man. And I don't know if I just didn't put them somewhere.
Oh, do you know what? I noticed that on your when you did your review. I know where they go.
Where did they go?
I know you should do it.
I skimmed back through the menu. I was like, I couldn't find it, so I was like,
no, put it down. I'll show you where it goes.
all right.
Go get your Fiat.
Fiat.
I know it, earlier on when I was in the stream with Doc, he was calling it a Nissan, and I was like, it's a Nissan.
A Nissan.
Nissan. All right, I'll tell you where it goes. Hold it up. All right. Look at the windscreen.
The windscreen.
Yeah, on the sides of the windscreen. That's where it goes.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Get out.
Straight up, mate.
Oh my god. I am a freaking. Yep. I'm looking at the box. That's hilarious. I'm glad I saved them. Yeah, man, it's a good build. I like it. And you know something else I like about it? I like that, you know, that opens up and holds that tire, and then that opens up and you can see the engine. And
yeah, it's cool.
Got the moon. Well, I don't know if it's a moon roof or a sunroof, one of the two.
We called it a sunroof. It looks good, man. I really liked it. And you know what I like about it? It just feels so wholesome in your hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And Greg, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I think once I get my city at least kind of really where I want it, like kind of done, and I get my Star Wars mock base built, I think I'm gonna start collecting these big vehicles.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, man, I would really like to have like the London bus, the Mustang, the Harley.
I've got the Mustang to build. I've got the camper van and the Beetle to build. The bus is nearly done, but I like them. I think these vehicles are really good.
They're awesome.
I'm interested in getting the James Bond one now, only because just to kind of because it's.
That's that one Brixie was building the other day, right?
Yeah.
The Aston Martin.
Yeah, that's the one. The GT5.
Yeah, it sounds so foolish.
You know, Rick Kai, the only thing worse than that is when you finish a set and you've got like 16 extra pieces.
Oh, Coconut. When we did the Batmobile, like when I built that, there was a piece in the beginning that I just put in wrong. So and it was the piece that was the mechanism. So when you turn the booster engine, the guns pop up. So yeah, I was turning the booster engine and the guns wouldn't pop up, and I was like, oh my god. So I literally just had to sit there for like an hour and a half, like disassembling the front engine part.
Yeah.
And trying to come in there and then just piecing everything back. I was like taking pictures of it and everything, so I wouldn't forget where everything went. That was a nightmare.
Oh man, yeah, that's the worst, especially because a lot of my sets I try to make sure everything's there because I resell sets.
Yeah.
because I always say, like, if the set's complete, I make sure to let them know it's complete or if it's missing pieces. But sometimes I'll just have to take a picture of the extra pieces and be like, well, I'll just throw them in the package and get some extra ones.
I'm gonna do a little shout out while we're here, Brandon, as well, if you don't mind.
What's that?
I'm gonna do a little shout out. Lego the Maniac.
Yeah.
He's doing a charity gig on, I think it's May the 2nd, isn't it? Lego the Maniac. If you can throw that in the chat for us. But Lego the Maniac's doing a 24-hour stream. So if everyone's around sometime during the 2nd of May or something like that, I know I'm certainly going to be doing it as well. And Lego the Maniac's going to be reaching out to various people. But yeah, May the 2nd is a charity gig. Lego the Maniac is hosting it. So please do check out his YouTube channel and watch him out on Twitter and a little bit of Instagram he does as well. But yeah, just be aware, 2nd of May, Lego the Maniac doing this 24-hour charity gig. So check it out. And Lego the Maniac, please do throw some stuff into the chat as well and chat about that. We're all very family orientated in our stream. Everyone, please do subscribe to everyone else and stuff like that. There's no you know, everyone, it's a kind of the thing we like about the Transatlantic gig that we do is it's kind of family orientated. Everyone knows everyone pretty much, and we welcome in new people, but we're all good peeps in here. So please do subscribe to each other and stuff like that. And yeah, good luck, Lego the Maniac. It's going to be a good gig, my friend.
Yeah, I will definitely, most likely. I don't see any reason why I couldn't, you know, definitely partake.
Yeah, he's going to be reaching out to different people, and I throw in your name in the hat as well, Brandon, and stuff.
Definitely,
so,
yeah.
I think
Right on. Yes, definitely. Sounds like a good thing.
So, how's your build going, Brick Vibe?
It is going pretty well. Mostly like 3/4 of the way done.
Yeah,
it is a neat little set.
It's smart, isn't it? It's really, I really like the way that all comes together like that.
Yeah, it's another real solid piece or set, in my opinion, man.
It is. It is a real solid piece. I'll tell you what. I think they almost make it almost too solid. It's blinding.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
I don't think I've talked to you since this thing has popped up. What do you think about the Mario stuff?
Damn.
Or that whatever just said it all.
You know what? It's one of those things. It's like you've been waiting for something for years, and finally they get around to sorting out the licensing problems and all this sort of stuff. And when you see it, it's like, oh right, like that. So it's one of those situations where my brain is ticking over for what they can do and all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking minifigures. And then when I saw it, I was just like, straight away, I was like, oh, I'm not going to get that. I mean, and I want a proper Lego set from it. And I think that will come maybe in the wave 2 or something like that. But what they did was apparently Nintendo wanted them to have a real Lego, proper normal Lego sort of stuff, like a proper set. And it was Lego themselves that turned around and said, no, we want to give it some sort of technical vibe, which is what they've done. So hopefully I'm just hoping that this is kind of like a platform that they're using to launch some Nintendo stuff. But yeah, it's nothing I'm particularly interested in unless it goes on a really good sale price or something like that. I'm just not interested. How about you, Brick Hive? What's your thoughts?
Nope. I hate it. What's up, Chef? Nah, look, I will say this. And I feel like if I really put my mind to it, I could just build it. But I'm lazy like that. So I actually really want the sewer pipes that come with it. I want 2 of them. I want to put a sewer pipe on one end of the city and then put it on one on the other end. But yeah, I mean, look, is it neat and interesting? Definitely. I don't know how much any age group would eat it up, even little kids. I mean, because obviously, and again, I don't knock Lego for trying something new. I mean, they're a business, and I get they got to throw a bunch of stuff against the wall, see what sticks. Occasionally something does. Look at Hidden Side, that does really well. And I didn't think Hidden Side actually would do that good because just the technology aspect to it. And I'm not no purist, but I don't know, man. I just feel like for the most part, besides mechanical stuff, I don't know. It just feels weird when technology is infused with Lego.
Well, Lego's trying to stay relevant, and the thing is, I just hope they don't. I think they're just trying a lot of different things at the moment. So, you know, I can appreciate that, but what they should do is for the traditional Lego people out there, you know, people that are definitely going to buy it, and there's a market there for it. So I don't know why they're stalling on that. They haven't gone for the easy ones, that's for sure. But yeah, you know, it's a bit like, it's really odd because they're doing Minions, they're doing Trolls, and they're doing Nintendo, and they're all kind of very similar sort of things, aren't they? So
yeah, in a sense, yeah.
But I think what you about Hidden Side, I think that is just one of those things that a lot of different people from different backgrounds, they all universally seem to like Hidden Side.
The sets that I like. The sets that I don't like, I really don't like. Because again, I'm not a purist or nothing like that, but like if I buy a city set, I know I can put it in a city. You know what I mean? If I buy a Star Wars set, I know it's a Star Wars set, I'm gonna put it on the shelf, or you know, but like Hidden Side is one thing, but then it's also another. You know what I mean? So for instance, like the graveyard I just put in, that actually looks really good. But the way they designed some of the Hidden Side sets, and like the shrimp boat, that's another one. But some of them are they're too weird looking to be something like normal that I would put in the city. I don't know if that sounds right or not. I don't know. I mean, again, I think it's very interesting. It's like as far as the Mario thing goes, I think it's just a really more of a gimmick, and I don't know. I mean, but it's whatever.
I mean, just think about Minecraft. I mean, I know Minecraft was Lego Ideas, but it started out as micro builds and then became minifigure scale.
I don't know. It just doesn't really float my boat very much. So I don't play it.
With the Mario or the
Minecraft. When I went to Croatia, I went to a Lego store there in a region called Split, and I bought a little Minecraft set there. And you know what? It was all right, but I don't know. You think for me the two should marry up really well, and I guess for a lot of people they do, but it just didn't really do much for me. It just looks a bit.
Well, I love the game. I love building stuff in the game. I mean, I haven't played in a while, and I like the Lego sets. It's just so far down on the list of things for me to get. I'm never gonna reach it unless I stop collecting other things. I mean, Ninjago will come before that would. And I'm not really into Ninjago, but man, I'll tell you what, they have some magnificent looking minifigures.
Yeah, they really do.
And then some of their sets, some of them I don't really care for. Other ones, like especially like Ninjago City and that ship that I can't remember the name of.
Oh, Bounty.
Yes. Like those are amazing sets. So let's see. Trapdoll says, does anyone know when they're releasing the Pirates Bay? I don't, but I heard it's not going to be very long. It's probably going to be sooner than we think, but that's just what I heard.
I mean, my point behind talking about Minecraft though so we get this one scale Mario. If it's not well enough, maybe, and we all demand that they do minifigure scale.
Well, let me ask you, Vibe, because you probably would know better than any of us at this particular moment. What's the deal with the molds for minifigure? Did Lego say they weren't doing that anymore? Like any different ones or new ones?
What do you mean?
I think I heard some people talking about like Lego said they weren't doing any new head molds for minifigures.
Oh, I mean that's just a speculation based on the fact that they're making most of them minifigure like, but they're doing freaking Sesame Street. They have to do. That's
what I was thinking. Yeah.
And I mean, Winnie the Pooh's going to need molded heads too. They can't not molded heads.
Yeah, because I was like, how would they do that without it looking ridiculous? You know.
So I'm pretty sure that's just speculation. I mean,
Good. No, that's good to hear. Because yeah, man, look, not just Mario Brothers. Like, if just Nintendo had a CMF series, like that'd be cool, man. You'd have like Link, like Donkey Kong. I can't even think of everybody, dude.
They split out the licenses, so it's not.
Oh no.
Because like we got Mario, we didn't get our Lego Mario, we didn't get Lego Nintendo. Because Mega Construct still has Pokemon. But maybe it's not as split out as I think, or maybe they can rein all the licenses back in, and then maybe we can get Lego Nintendo.
Well, I will say at the very least, I mean, Mario Brothers does have a big enough assortment of characters. I mean, so they could do it. I mean, I don't think that could go with a. I don't know if they can go past 1 or 2 series, but I don't know. Actually, yeah, they could, man. Because think about it. Think about how many just different incarnations of Mario there is, just throughout all the games. Like, remember, like in Mario 3 back in the day when he like turned into like a flying squirrel or raccoon or whatever.
Raccoon.
Yeah, Mario. There's Raccoon Mario.
Yeah, so they could do a lot of them.
Brothers Mario.
What Mario?
Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. There was a
Luigi or something, isn't it?
Well, Luigi's Mario's brother.
Well, I liked the bad guy, Wario.
And that's Mario's other brother or cousin or something. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know the exact. I don't know the exact heritage, but it's cool.
You got all their vehicles and stuff like that they can bring out. So.
Well, I was telling somebody, like, I think it was last night or whatever, like, it'd be pretty cool to get like a Yoshi mold. Like, how like they made a Tauntaun mold for Star Wars, and like it'd be cool to get like a Yoshi mold.
One of those large.
Bye, Gallagade.
Like trolls.
Bye, Gallagade.
Bye, Gallagade. Thanks for coming by. Good hanging out with you.
The Bowser version.
Wait, which trolls?
I wouldn't even mind it if it was a Brickheads version.
Like do you remember the old Lord of the Rings set that came with the Troll King? He was really big.
Oh yeah.
If they did like a Bowser version of that, like I would eat that.
Oh yeah, and they also had that dude in the Overwatch set, the pig guy, I think, right?
Winston.
Was it Winston?
Yeah.
No. Wait.
There's somebody else that Brickhive's talking about. He's got like a mask on and rides the motorcycle, right?
Yeah, like it's a trike, I think.
Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, that would make a perfect Bowser minifigure.
Awesome.
But, Hive, did you build the what's it called? The Wrecking Ball set as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I did as well. I thought that was a neat little set.
And I really enjoyed the price of that set, man. It was reasonably priced.
I think for me, that was one of the best sets under 20 quid last year for me, that one.
I did enjoy it. It's a very cool build. It's sitting over there. Eventually, I'm going to put them all back in the city.
Well, speaking of new stuff coming out, what do you guys think about the busts that are coming out in the Star Wars line, like the TIE Fighter pilot? They've got Boba Fett and the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, I like them. I think they're good. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as kind of calling them busts because I think they're more sort of helmets.
Yeah, I guess a helmet.
I personally would have liked a bust version of it. I think that would have looked quite good. It would have been a lot smaller. It's an interesting market that they're aiming at, to be honest, because I think it's just for 18-year-olds, isn't it, Coconut?
Yeah, it's 18 and up.
I mean,
yeah, see, that's what I keep talking about.
18-year-olds.
Yeah, what's that all about? I mean, it's good
I don't know, and nobody can explain it to me.
It's copper friendly, Brandon.
What?
It's copper friendly.
But like, I keep telling everybody, look, man, maybe I'm missing something. It just makes no sense to me. Like, if you want to slap it on the box and call it what it is, that's fine. I just don't know what the reasoning is. Because look, if you're going to do an 18+, I would have said the Star Destroyer would have been a good place to start. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. The
like that is
series.
Like, dude, even for an experienced builder, man, that is. I haven't built it, but I can only imagine, man. That's a that's work. That's putting some legwork in, man.
It took me 14 hours to build, so.
Right. So yeah. But I mean, and like I said, I'm not trying to rip on it. It's cool. I think personally, if I get any of them, at first I thought it would be Boba Fett, but I would like to see what this TIE Pilot helmet looks like. Just out of curiosity. I don't hate the Stormtrooper one. I don't. I know a lot of people have been talking crap about it, but I don't think it's great. But I don't hate it. Hi LWSA Productions. So yeah, they're okay. I just don't understand. Now, look. Also, is it true about the $70 price tag?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's true.
So that's a kind of a hard pill to swallow as well. But
how many parts are we talking about with those?
Huh?
How many parts come with those?
I want to say it was 500-600 or so.
Okay, because Star Wars.
I think they need to be $50.
Yeah, that's 50. That would be. I would not complain one bit if it was $50. If anything, I'd be happy. I'd be like, okay, I'm good with that, man. So let's see here. Yeah, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's weird.
It is a bit weird. I mean, they don't need to be 18. That's what I think. Why put an age on something that's just a helmet?
Well, I remember somebody a long time ago telling me about like, hey, I think they're gonna make 18 plus sets or whatever, and I was like thinking, well, maybe they're gonna make like modular buildings like strip clubs or like bars or something like that.
We're never gonna do anything like that.
Right. So that's why I was like, so what is this 18 plus thing? Like, so are you telling me that if BIL goes up and wants to buy one of these, they're gonna be like, no, you're not 18.
Yeah,
they're not gonna. I mean, they don't. If you want to buy the Death Star, they can't stop you from buying the Death Star if you're 14.
Right. Yeah. So it's just weird.
The ages, aren't they? I think legally, if you read the paperwork, the diligence says that it's recommended, which means
it's recommended, not required.
Yeah, it's a recommendation. So that's how they legally get around it. It's a bit like in this country, we don't classify Pringles as being crisps or chips, as you call them over there. And it's because there is a legal argument that says that they have a certain amount of starch in them, which means they can't be categorized as crisps or chips. And that's how they got around that. And also as well, the reason they fought that case was because they get taxed heavier if they're classed as crisps or chips. So
figures. Hi, Mr. Hinkle. And yeah, I agree about that. If it was going to be 18 plus, there really needs to be some kind of crazy advanced difficult techniques. Because look, another thing I was saying was we just got 2 different busts, the Vader and then the Sith Trooper.
Oh, it's a new one today, a TIE fighter now, as well as a Stormtrooper.
Well, I mean, busts or helmets?
Oh, sorry, helmets. No, you're
yeah.
Quite right.
So that's what I was saying. The 2 busts that we've already got, those weren't 18 plus. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not trying to make anything bigger out of it than it is. Like I said, I just couldn't understand what exactly the reasoning was.
Okay, so my question is: are you gonna buy it?
I'm gonna buy at least one. I'm sure.
They'd look good in your city as if they were like something like, I don't know, some sort of square or something like that.
A statue or a monument.
Yeah, they'd be like Paul Bunyan size in my city, though. I think, man. I was thinking about taking that. Remember that gift with purchase red brick?
Yes.
I was thinking about actually putting that in some type of square, like maybe in a park or something like that.
Oh, that's the perfect idea, mate.
Yeah, like I'll literally some nights, man, and my wife, she laughs at me. Like some nights I'll literally just stand still and I'll just stare at my city for like the longest time, just thinking of like different ideas, different places to put things, or it's funny.
I love it.
It's Star Wars. Lego don't make cheap sets yet. That's true, Solo, and I feel like it's probably just gonna get worse. Lego Maniac says, I would say the suggested age tag they put on boxes is more to help people buy them as gifts. Kids probably won't not enjoy a static bus for display as much as an adult would. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but again, it's nothing new. I mean, like, look, if I had a 5-year-old yeah, I would get them some like +4 sets, or even like some more, even a little older sets, like some city stuff or whatever, possibly. But am I going to buy on the Star Destroyer? Nope. So I don't know. It'll be the day when they do make some cheap Star Wars Lego sets. That would be something. Huh.
Yeah, Mr. Hinkle Draws is saying that in America it's required by law in the US, not the same in other markets, which is why Lego doesn't print outside the US. Interesting.
It is interesting. And I've said it a billion times, Greg. Like when we have conversations, just to some differences, between our countries, and just stuff like that. Like I was whatever stream it was the other night, I was talking about the Mandalorian, and I started just talking about it, because it's already been out for a while, like it's already done, and then then it hit me. I'm like, oh crap. It's like, you guys still don't have Disney Plus, man.
We get that in about 2 weeks, I think.
I know, but it's like, why don't you have it?
Yeah.
Like, what law in your country was like, no, look, you guys can't have Disney Plus for like another 6 months or whatever it is, 4 or 5 months.
There's something weird about rolling out licenses for different things in different countries.
Yeah?
I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's like here, when they produce a TV show, the CW will have it. Well, I have no idea what it is, but in Europe or in London, the BBC will get it. Well, they're paying a licensing fee to use that show.
Okay.
So it's probably something I know that's a TV show versus a streaming service, but or maybe the other thing is if it's not that, it's the fact that they wanted to roll it out slowly, because just imagine rolling something out worldwide all at once.
Okay, now, all right, from a logistics point, I guess I can understand that. Like, maybe you need to see how much your servers can handle. Yeah. So I get that. That actually makes total sense. See, that's why I like having these conversations, man. Somebody's gonna say something, I'll be like, you know what? That makes perfect sense.
You don't need to go to school. You just need to do live streams, Brandon. That's how we learn in life.
Well, because look, I'm like, you would think that they would want everybody to have it. Like, that's money, you know what I mean? But yeah, that would have to be the reason.
And it crashed on day one.
Right. Obviously, that would be bad. Because actually, I think I remember the first day they did have some issues with so many people jumping on at once. Because remember the first day was the first Mandalorian, so everybody was getting on there. I mean, myself included.
I mean, it's completely different when you do a physical product versus a service, but kind of the same. Apple's been releasing iPhones for 11 or 12 years now, and they slowly scaled up. Really in the US only the first year, and only limited to AT&T, and then eventually at some point they started going to other carriers outside the United States, and then they went to all the carriers in the United States. But they went from that small launch to somehow now Apple can coordinate launching the iPhone in almost all of the places all at the same time.
Right.
Get them delivered the day of launch, and have them all made enough ahead of time that they're stored somewhere so they can get them to them. Because it's not like if something happens, it's not like they're made the day before they ship. They're in a warehouse or shipping containers somewhere for probably a month or more, just waiting for launch day.
No, like I said, that definitely makes sense, man. And it's really, it feels like it has to be the reason.
Anyway,
the thing is, somebody else may have their content in all the other countries. Not all Marvel shows are on Disney Plus right now because they leased or licensed some of them to Netflix, and they're still airing on Netflix.
Yeah, you want to hear so you want to hear something selfish of me is it seems like every time, we'll just take an MCU movie, for example. All right, and when I say this, I'm not trying to make anybody in any other countries mad, okay? But listen, this is important. like when Endgame came out or whatever, and I don't know if it was Endgame, but we'll just take Endgame as an example. It shows up. It plays in like China first. You know what I mean? Or plays in this country first. Like we don't get it until like a few days later or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and my buddy explained it to me once. It had to do with like marketing and like sales and like something to do about being worried about like the movie getting not hacked but leaked or stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, there's got to be a logical reason, you know. But I
think it's all the time zones and stuff like that. I mean, look at the amount of films now that are being postponed.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, man.
I mean, it used to be that our films would air in the U.S. and then they would go to other countries later.
Yeah, and look, and I mean, and it's a big market, man. I mean, and I want everybody around the world, obviously, to enjoy, you know, Avengers. You know, I'm like, dude, it's like they're watching it right now. We can't watch it until next weekend. You know, like. So it's just a petty thing, you know. That's
what I love on like when it's like May the 4th or something like that, and then a UCS set comes out. I know I'm going to be at least 5 hours before you, Brandon.
Yeah, what are you going to do? You know,
I wonder what the new UCS set's going to be this year. Any ideas, Solo?
I keep hearing about an AT-AT, but your guess is as good as mine, man.
I'm going to be building my big
one. The last one, because usually the May the 4th one is the cheaper UCS set.
Okay.
So it may come out later. Like historically, Ryan would be better at this than I would be, but I'm pretty sure most of the time the UCS sets that come out in for May the 4th are around the $200 price point, where the ones that come out later in the year are the higher price point.
But yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I'm very excited though, because this is going to be the year. I don't know if it'll be like the May the 4th one or the more expensive one, but this is the year I get me a UCS set.
You don't have a UCS set yet?
Brandon.
I know. And I'm a horrible, horrible Lego Star Wars fan.
All right, you're fired. Leave the stream.
Brandon,
dude, and I know this sounds ridiculous because I've spent so much money on Lego, but I'm still like a little cheap, man. And sometimes it's hard for me to drop more than a couple $100 on a Lego
set. Look how much pleasure, right, Brandon? Look how much pleasure, right, you got out of that Batmobile.
I know, right?
Would the Batmobile cost $250?
What?
Would the Batmobile cost $250?
Yeah, it was more money than the UCS set.
Yeah, it was $250. Yeah, but see, now here's the difference. Here's the difference between that, because that was kind of an early birthday gift. I mean, not birthday gift, Christmas gift. So, because it was Black Friday when it came out, remember? So we were jumping into December. So my wife said, okay, I'll tell you what, because we always tell each other, and usually we go over, but we tell each other, okay, this year we're going to spend like $250 on ourselves or whatever, you know? So she's like, okay, she's like, you go ahead and take $100 out of whatever I was going to spend and put it towards the Batmobile so you can get it right away. So I've only spent like $150, but yeah, it's tough sometimes, man.
I was looking for because my birthday is your birthday. Is your birthday last week? Your birthday's coming up, Brent.
Next week, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Monday.
Happy birthday for Monday, mate.
Thank you, thank you.
But yeah, I was in the Lego store recently, and they've got like about 4 boxes of Voltron left. And I'm talking about whether or not I should get that.
And that's another one, dude. I mean, I just look. I really want the Voltron set, but I don't know. It's like there's just too many damn things, man. They're expensive.
There are.
Lego be killing us, man.
I would get it sooner.
I know, because it's already retired, right?
They even said in the shop. They said when it's gone, it's gone.
I know, and you know that price is gonna skyrocket. Maybe not even at first, but it will, because that's a great set, man. Especially if you're a big fan.
Yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan of Voltron, but I did have the toy when I was a kid, so that's why I really fancy getting it. Solo Brick Builders off. See you later, Solo. Thanks for coming by, mate. Really appreciate it.
Bye, Solo.
I need to check and see if I have a Voltron or not.
Yeah, and I haven't really even dived too deep into looking at it closely as far as like what it does exactly. Like, does it come apart like and come together like Voltron does? You know,
I think
you build the lines and then you can kind of
transform them. Have their own book.
Okay,
so
cool.
You build each line and then it kind of forms together.
That's what I was really hoping it would do.
If Hinkle's still here, he's built it because I remember in a stream one day, I think his son knocked it over. And he was like, it's been disassembled.
Oh no, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, the beauty of Lego is you put it back together again. It's no big deal.
Hinkle's one of those guys that doesn't leave most of his Lego sets together, though, from my understanding.
Was he build them and take them apart or something?
Yeah, he builds them and takes them apart and then puts them into a collection. And he's like, he even takes out the minifigure hands when he takes his stuff apart.
He works for Lego as well, so maybe he's just got some different ways of doing stuff.
Well, I just couldn't do anything like that just because of the condition of my hands.
The dexterity, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, I couldn't imagine trying to take those things off, put it back on a constant basis.
Do you know what? I don't know if Kevin's still here, or I'm not necessarily sure he is, but I tell you what, on Friday afternoons, about 2 p.m. UK time, he does he does like a sort of doodling, a drawing. Video, and I'll tell you what, it's brilliant. I'd recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, Mr. Hinkle is very talented.
He's quick as well. His artwork is really good for the speed in which he does it at.
He how do I shut off my video? It didn't work. Why didn't that work? He did my logo.
He did your logo?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did do that?
Yeah.
Dude, Mr. Hinkle has drawn a lot of stuff for people, man.
I think he's done like Beyond the Brick stuff as well.
Dude, like I just keep seeing more and more stuff that he's done. Like I didn't know that. I love your logo. I don't know if I've ever told you or not, but it's one of those types of logos that's simple but yet very effective. You know what I mean? Like it's distinctive.
Yeah.
And I've learned that a good logo is very important. Like all four of us have very distinctive like logos. Like even if like you didn't have your name on it, I could look at it and be like, yeah, I know exactly who that is.
I think mine's probably the most basic, but I will at some point. We're kind of decided whether to put money into the streaming side of things or putting money into getting the logo updated on it, of which the logo won't actually be that mega updated, but we'll probably do it so it looks like the proper brick that it's meant to be instead of like something we knocked up over lunch.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do if you change it because, like I said, I always just think I'm looking at a stormtrooper, man. Or more like a first order trooper, but
it's the bricks we've used on this isn't sort of technically a proper Lego way of building, but so
no, I mean it does work as a bridge. Don't get me wrong. It's just with the way the black is, it's just.
Yeah, I know you said, but I like the black and white because it's quite simple to work with that.
Oh yeah, and like I said, it's very distinctive. It's very unique.
Yeah, you see it, you know who we are. So, and that in itself is a great idea for a logo.
I feel like it took us a year to do. Like I drove my Part 4 on it.
That just like kind of get it to where you wanted it.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Well, that's how I've done a lot of my commission work that I have done in the past. Is I'll say, okay, what do you want? And they'll tell me, and I'll roughly sketch something out that doesn't have like too much detail or too much work into it. And I'm like, okay, how is this looking? And I'll be like, okay, do you want it to go like this direction or this direction? And unless it's something very easy, And they're very specific about like, yeah, I just want this. It doesn't, you know, and I trust your judgment, whatever you want it to look like, you know. But most of the time I like to kind of work with people because what they think they're looking at and then what's going to come out of my hand when I draw it could be two totally different things.
Was your things logos though, or yours is like a sort of general art sort of thing?
What do you mean? What's that? What do you mean?
Like, you know what your art. If I was coming to you to commission something, what would I come to you to what sort of art would you do for me, Brandon?
Well, I mean, quite a variety of stuff actually.
Okay, you're kind of a generalist. So I wouldn't go to you for something specific. You could probably draw most things.
Yeah, there are specific things that I'm not good at drawing out of my head and specific things that I'm very good at drawing out of my head, but I can look at anything like and draw it almost like a photographic type memory thing. I mean, there are people way better than me by all means, but yeah, because that's what I was going to do. I was going to tattoo. I was going to start doing like hyperrealism portrait work.
Oh, wow. That's probably why we both appreciate Alex Ross as an artist, because I think his stuff's really realistic.
Yeah, I've been a fan of his for a long time. Long time.
So, Brickheim, do you work in like the design and art industry, or is it more of like a hobby for you?
It's just a hobby. I procrastinate too much. I take too long to do a lot of artwork. That's one of the reasons. There's a couple reasons why I didn't get into tattooing. One, if you came to me for a tattoo, we'd have to sit there, and I'd have to sit there and tattoo you for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'd be okay doing that, and sometimes I don't want to sit there for hours and hours and hours and do it. So I don't know, because everybody acts like, you know, like, oh, you know, if you're good at drawing, it'd be real easy for you, an easy job, and this and that. And it's like, it's not exactly like that, man. I mean,
right.
There's a lot of pressure involved. I mean, especially when it comes to tattooing, and you know, like, you know, imagine some biker, you know, or some gang member or something comes in and wants a tattoo, and I don't make it to what they, you know, they like, you know what I mean? Then now they're mad at me for something that's permanent on them. So I don't know.
I'm surprised they haven't made a machine
to do tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like a printer.
Yeah, like a 3D printer, but for tattooing.
Yeah. I think it's because a machine can't. And look, and I say this lightly because it's hard to say what machines and AI and all I can do now. But I think it's because machines can't move their you know, you can't move your hand like the way an artist would almost just free. Like for instance, I couldn't imagine a machine doing my job. Well, maybe my particular job now that I'm up in management, but like when I was a tech, like just out in the field all the time, because it's going to be a long time for them to make a machine that's going to go into people's apartments and like repair their appliances, you know? So, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Because you know what? There's a lot of different type of ink that people don't even realize. Like there's like blacklight ink and glow in the dark ink, and like I actually have some blacklight ink in one of my tattoos. I have like a skull on my leg, and its eyes are red. So whenever I'm around a blacklight, its eyes like glow. Yeah, I've got my left leg. I call it my skull leg because I only have 3 on there right now. But I wanted like just a different tattoo artist to put their different version of a skull on it. You know.
How many tattoos do you have in total?
I'm pretty sure I got 14.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the only one you can ever see though, really, is like, you know, this one.
Yeah, the fire one. The flames.
Yeah. It's just they're expensive, man.
Oh,
if they weren't as expensive, I'd probably be covered by now.
When I got my tattoo, I didn't know anything about tattoos, and so I walked in and I got it. And he told me the price, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like he did a great job, and I was more than willing to pay it. But I was just like, "Oh, he's
right."
If you're good at what you do, you can make some serious money.
That's right, Chef. You've seen me tattoo a long time. It was a long time ago. Yeah, like when I was first talking to a tattoo artist that I knew about maybe getting apprenticeship, and because he came to me because he saw some of the portrait work I had done, And he's like, man, he's like, you really need to take a stab at, you know, tattooing, because he's like, you know, you're amazing at shading. He's like, I think he knew I would need some practice on line work. Because when I draw, I can be real sketchy sometimes. Whereas tattooing, you know, you got to have nice, long, solid lines. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where I'll like sketch stuff out and then I'll erase it or define it a little bit more, and you can't do that when you're tattooing. Plus, I'm not really great at colors. I've done some colored work and that looks really good, but overall, I'm much better at like blacks and whites, grays. And I remember when I was younger, I always wanted to like draw comic books. That was a big thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids have that dream.
That's kind of what got me into drawing, really. I remember reading Spider-Man and like just being amazed at like some of the I remember like, you know, Spider-Man, like when he's swinging around, like just some of the positions like he's in, like in midair and stuff like that. I was just like fascinated with like the artwork of that stuff. And so I just started drawing it. I'd see it and I was drawing it. And
yeah, he's like a gymnast. But I mean, those artists must work quite fast at doing all that kind of work as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to, when you're a comic book artist, you're supposed to be able to do like, you're supposed to easily do a page a day. Like you're not supposed to go past that. But when my world, my perception of art really blew up was when I started seeing like H.R. Giger, like his work, you know, the guy that designed Alien, you know, from Aliens and other stuff that I can't think of right now. That was in movies. Remember the movie Species with that chick Natalie something?
Oh,
yeah, like that whole alien design. Like he designed that. He's a really crazy like artist, man. Like some really crazy stuff. But anyways, like I just saw that type of stuff, especially like the artwork he did for like Alien and Aliens. Yeah, I was just blown away. Yeah, and then like artists like Alex Ross, you know, seeing the stuff that he does with painting. Yeah, man. I mean, like I remember when Kingdom Come came out, and I was just like, oh my gosh. I remember I bought another copy of it just to give it to my dad, because my dad he loved comic books. And I was like, oh, Dad, I was like, you gotta read this.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I love the Kingdom Come audio drama.
Did they ever do an animation of that? I think
They haven't done an animation of it. There's just the only thing I've seen is an audio drama. I'm sure at one point they will when DC gets their act together.
Yeah, I have to admit, I mean, as far as animation goes, DC has they've really been putting out some pretty decent stuff. Their movies have been like hit and miss, but
I think DC seems to be a lot better on doing TV shows and cartoons than they do feature films.
yeah, they do. I don't know what the hell they're doing with their movies, man. I don't know what's going on with them.
I would say DC has their TV shows down and their animated movies down.
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't even watch the TV shows really religiously or anything, but they are definitely popular. I mean, I know a lot of people that really love those shows. The Flash, I know Green Arrow is not on anymore, but that was a big one.
I mean, my favorite is The Flash.
And I liked it. I mean, I got through a season of The Flash, but I just don't watch TV much anymore.
The Flash is where my name came from.
Brick Vibe?
Yeah. There's a guy on the show called Vibe.
Oh yeah. Is that because he can vibrate through things?
He doesn't vibrate through things. The Flash can vibrate through things by speeding up the molecules in his body, but Vibe can transport himself to. He can create portals to other universes or through the multiverse, and portals from one place on Earth to another.
That's cool.
So you're a big fan of The Flash?
I'm a pretty big fan of the
I
Flash.
like the show. The TV show I thought was pretty good, actually. I like this. They're doing something at the moment, and I'm only catching bits and pieces of it on YouTube, if I'm honest, whereby Brandon Roths returns as Superman.
Yeah, and he's actually the Superman from Kingdom Come.
He is a Kingdom Come Superman. That's Crisis.
Mm-hmm. Which I did, again, I've seen bits and pieces and stuff, really good clips, but I haven't like watched it through. But it seems like they did a pretty good job with it, man. I mean, because Crisis on Infinite Earths, that's a tough cookie to put into a TV show, man. Like, that's a lot of stuff to try and cram into a show, and it just seems like they did the best job you could probably do out of it.
I mean, they did a good job based on who they had.
Right. Well, and because it was like a whole DC universe, right? Like comic books.
But even Smallville was in that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and that was the other thing. There was a Smallville clip with Tom Welling and Erica Durant.
So, what was the deal? And I don't think we're gonna spoil anything for anybody or nothing like that. But spoiler alert. So I'm curious, what was the deal with him not having power anymore?
He gave up his power so he could have a family, or he may not have given it up. There's a theory that he was wearing a watch that wasn't his father's watch that his father had given him on the TV show, and people think that there might have been blue kryptonite in the watch, which blue kryptonite temporarily removes the Kryptonian's power. But if you take the watch off, he'd have his power back.
Oh yeah, because he was wearing a watch in that clip, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe he kind of would use it whenever he needed to in emergencies.
Or he might have just completely given up his powers. Who knows? I mean,
yeah, I thought that was quite a good. I mean, he hasn't changed much.
I love Smallville. That was a great TV show. I mean, it had a couple rocky seasons, but it was still a great TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I didn't see every one, but I always enjoyed any one I watched.
Yeah, me too.
It was at one time the longest running sci-fi TV show in America.
I thought they did a great job with Superman. I thought it was very well done because I remember before that, and this is when I was a teenager, they had the Lewis and Clark TV show.
The New Adventures of Superman with Dean Cain and Terry. Whatever her name is.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I mean, I was pretty young, so it's not like I remember a whole lot of it, but I don't remember it being all that great.
I thought that was good that was written, I think, for adults.
That's probably what it is, because it probably was really good on a different perspective, like maybe like his more personal life and stuff like that. That's probably what it was really more of.
Smallville was written for teenagers or for young adults, I would say.
Yeah, and I think I was at the right age, really, for Smallville.
Terry Hatcher, that was her name.
Yeah, Terry Hatcher, who went on.
Terry Hatcher, that's right. Mm-hmm. Terry Hatcher. I wonder if this truck's going to look really weird just being very white. I might have to end up putting the stickers on it. We'll see. I'm putting these back stickers on just because it's got like the license plate on it and everything. And it's just on the back, so it might not clash. Oh, man. I haven't jumped in the chat in a little while. See what's going on. Hi, Bubba. Let's see. Chef, you got a half sleeve right now? Dang, dude. I didn't know you had that much ink. Yeah, that sucks. Your health issues, you had to put that on hold, Chef. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's interesting is talking about the chef knives. I remember I don't know why I thought of this. It's nothing to do really with chef knives, but there was an idea I had for a tattoo. Since I was an artist, I was going to start with like 2 crayons, like, crisscrossing like that. And then under that, I was going to put like 2 pencils. And then like under that, I was gonna put like 2 pens, and then like under that, I was gonna put like 2 tattoo machines. So it was almost like an evolution of like, you know, growing up in art.
That's pretty funky, mate.
Yeah, I've got, like I said, if I had the money, I've already got pretty much like 60% of my body like already mapped out with what I would get.
I just can't decide what I would want to have tattooed on my body for the rest of my life.
I don't know. Like, you know, like, cause mine, almost all of mine, you can't really see if I've got, you know, clothes on. If I got shorts on, you can definitely see some on my legs. And if I take my shirt off, yeah, you're definitely gonna see a few more. But I don't know. I mean, I could never get anything like on my face or anything. Or even like I don't think I can do my hands. But I don't know. I mean, it's becoming a lot more acceptable nowadays.
It's very in, especially in England. It's very hip to have the more tattoos, the better. And lots more women have them now as well.
And, you know, well, I mean, I'm probably the oldest here, but I mean, you know, it's like there's a whole generation coming up that's, you know, they're okay for the most part with stuff like that. I mean, I like look at the things like for us compared to like our parents or their parents, you know, like just how, you know, much different radical things are. I definitely would like to get some type of Lego tattoo. I can tell you that.
What would you go for?
I don't know, because I've already got designs for comic book characters. Because my whole thing was I was gonna do like half my body like good and the other one like evil. So like, you know, on one arm would be like hope, the other would be like despair. But on my back, I was gonna have like cartoon or comic book or animation, just different villains. And then on the other side, just different heroes, whether it's Star Wars or whatever. Like I said, there's quite a variety of ones I was gonna do. But as far as a Lego, I don't know. I think maybe just at first start with something kind of obvious, like just do like a regular type of minifigure. Maybe you do a sig fig.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like cocky or egotistical. It's just basically you get yourself tattooed on yourself. Because it reminds me of what's that dude, Steve-O? You guys know who Steve-O is, right? From Jackass. And he's got that tattoo of himself on his back, giving himself 2 thumbs up.
Has he?
Yeah, dude, it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen, but it's so funny. Like he's literally like giving himself 2 thumbs up.
Is he? That's fantastic.
Oh man. Yeah, it's different.
And then Brick Hive, underneath your sig fig, you could have a tattoo. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like that's commitment. Come on, you gotta like and subscribe for that.
Right.
Oh my god, you know what? I might actually do that, Coconut.
You know,
so I guess like every video I could just like show the tattoo, you know, like
there you go. You don't even have to say it; it'll just be on you.
Right.
Yeah. I reckon, picture-wise, Brandon, if you was going to do one, I'd have that one of you when you're doing your copper rant video.
Right.
That would look cool, man.
Oh man, that would be funny. Uh-oh. Let's see. Forgot about the chat again. Oh, bye, Chef. Hey, Brick Trooper. One of the few I bought on DVD. What did you buy on DVD? What were we talking about?
Smallville.
Oh, Smallville. Right.
DVD. I can't remember the last time I watched a DVD.
I mean, I moved a year ago and haven't even unpacked my DVD player.
I sold all of mine.
Did you say you sold all yours, Brandon?
Yeah, I think I kept a couple that I don't know, man. I just like too much. Even though I'm still probably not gonna watch them. We'll see. I've really been trying to just kind of purge myself with stuff, you know, just because if I'm not working or if I'm not spending time with my wife or, you know, my daughter or whatever, I'm building Lego. So
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's probably a healthier thing to do than watching TV.
right.
At least that's
So-
what I tell myself.
Yeah, hold on a second. I feel like I'm freezing up.
You just popped out for a second.
Yeah, because I was frozen, so I was trying to unfreeze me.
Pop out and pop back in again.
All right, I'll be back.
So Coconut,
Yeah.
What's your next mock you're building then? Because for the people that have just joined us, what is it you're going to be doing?
I actually haven't announced it yet.
Oh,
Because what happened was when I ended Naboo, I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do because the new Clone Wars series or the new Clone Wars season just came out, and I had a pretty good idea of what I wanted, but I wanted to make sure that there wasn't just like a really awesome scene or battle from the new Clone Wars series, because I would hate to miss out on when you build a mock that hasn't been built before. You get a lot more publicity, obviously, than if you're building one that's been done a bunch of times. So I was waiting for that, and then this whole coronavirus has made me a little bit nervous to order parts.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting.
Yeah, because not completely because of worried about catching it from someone, but also just making sure I'm financially ready to be out of work for a little while.
yeah.
And so I'm thinking about, for my next mock, making an announcement in April. I'm going to bring a couple of options to the table and have, the people watching the video help me decide like what to do moving forward.
But like a UCS vote almost.
Yeah, exactly, kind of like that. Because I have two different series in mind, and so I want to see which one people would like to see me do more.
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious. Okay, so when I decided to do when I'm going to do my Star Wars mock, I didn't want it to be off a particular scene. Is that something that you do really want?
Not necessarily. For me, I mean, it really all depends on like how big it is, and like if it's big enough, it doesn't really matter,
Mhm.
Like the reason I did Naboo is because I really wanted to do a mock that hadn't really been done before. Like M&R Productions had done one, and there was one other, but I wanted to do a movie accurate scale, one that just hadn't been done before. But
And you definitely did.
yeah,
It was amazing, dude.
I was surprised with how well it's been received. The video's passed 2,000 views.
I know, man. That's awesome.
Good guy, man. Congrats.
Yeah, dude. You deserve it, man. That's an awesome mock.
Thanks, I appreciate it. And funny enough, Brick Vibe really helped contribute to that mock, probably without even knowing it, because I made a massive order from his brick store.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for buying.
Yeah, I bought it was like a couple thousand grass pieces and just a ridiculous amount of the trans-flute cylinders.
That's why you asked that before we started.
Yeah.
Because Vibe, he goes, "Is it the brick Vibe?" I was like, "Yep, the one and only."
Kevin.
I mean, I'm a regular guy. I was on stream with you 2 days ago.
What? Are you talking to me?
No, I mean, I was on. Coconut was in your stream 2 days ago, wasn't he? When I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know who you were.
Well, I know. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coconut, but weren't you having some audio issues or something?
Yeah, that's actually why I was so quiet, because I was getting this weird double echo, and then I would speak and I wouldn't hear anything, and then suddenly you guys would react to what I said like 20 seconds later. And so I had no idea what was going on. And so I was scared to say something because I didn't want somebody else to start having a thought or start explaining something. All of a sudden I just jump in and just blast everybody's eardrums out with my question.
No, that could be nerve-wracking.
But
I get it.
Thankfully, nothing happened today like this. It's been running very smoothly today.
Yeah. No, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely sounded good today.
But I think going back to your previous question about like doing an iconic scene versus like one from your own imagination, I think it all depends on like what your channel is known for. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some people they go to Solid Brick Studios because they want to see like his just epic giant blocks of certain things. But then there are also a lot of other builders. Like I don't know if you watch First Order Lego or H2 Brick. They build things that aren't really from the Star Wars movies, but are just really popular. So I think both.
Well, my decision was actually just it was two reasons. I mean, one was just laziness, because I knew if I did like a movie accurate scene, like obviously you're gonna have to research it. You're gonna have to look at tons of pictures, and then you got to make stuff as accurate as you can. Like, dude, when you I forgot the name of the animal, but that animal that you just created, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I was like, holy crap, dude! Like, I was trying to just think of that, you know what I mean? Like how to put that together right off the top of your head like that.
That Famba was 3 months of me just like stressing and planning and like just like how do I put this thing together?
So yeah, like part of it's like I said, it's just me just being lazy. I know I could just put whatever I want, wherever I want, how I want. But the other reason was it really started because I wanted to have a platform to put my Millennium Falcon on. So with the exception of, I think maybe Cloud City, like I can't think of like one particular platform, you know what I mean? Like that's on sort of a tower, not like it doesn't have to be a big tower, but just a tower type thing with a platform on it. And even that was in Cloud City. Cloud City, I think, was just a platform that kind of sat on the edge.
Yeah, like jutted out of the side of the.
Right. Kind of like the stuff that was in like Phantom Menace and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really wanted a cool place like that to put my, because I'm gonna go all out, man. I mean, it's gonna take me a while. I'm probably gonna go through a lot of trials and errors, but like around the platform, I want to have like just blinking red lights. I want to make sure I have like lights in it and everything.
That's incredible. And I see that's another big thing is like if you have a good vision for what you want to create, like you're obviously it sounds like it's going to be incredible. That's one reason why people do sometimes do the Star Wars stuff, because you do want to recreate that iconic scene, but everything's there for you. Like I didn't have to imagine too much of Naboo. I could look at pictures. And so sometimes it's hard to really, for me at least, to really think like, all right, let's make a cool Star Wars mock, but I really don't know what to do. So if you have that good vision already, then yeah.
Actually, I've been meaning to really start sketching it out soon too. I don't know how to design stuff online though.
Yeah, Studio would be good to use.
Yeah, I've never used it. Is it free?
I think it is. Yeah. Have you ever used it, Coconut?
No, I do know it's free. I've used it very sparingly. I'm mostly for ordering parts. I'm very old school. I have to put brick on plate to really see how things come about. But I do know some people have great success with it.
Well, I mean, I don't have any issue like drawing the whole mountain base. It's just I'm obviously not going to get it like accurate as far as piece count goes. It's just going to be like a rough drawing, so I know the general direction that everything's going to go in. Hey, Chris. So, yeah.
It's definitely worth exploring. Like I know most large scale builders like Rich Boy J, Solid Brick Studios, and Brickwiz, they all use stuff like that.
Do you think, and I really don't want to sound like an ass for saying this, but I mean, do you think that they would be able to do that stuff without the program? I don't act like you would know for sure.
Sure.
But
from my viewpoint, seeing what they do and what they create, I think it speeds up the process a lot, because they can go through a whole bin of parts that they may or might not have and just like click pieces here, click pieces there. Whereas like when I'm building in front of me, I have to dig and find the part. So I think it just
so it's not like it's a crutch; it's more of a tool.
Right. It's more of a being able to do things more efficiently.
No, I totally get that. I respect that. I mean, obviously that's what it's for.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and you're still designing this stuff. I mean, it's not like you're like, it's not like it's cheating or anything anyway. So.
Right. You still have to come up with those pieces they're just like digital Legos, basically.
Right.
I think it also allows you to work with pieces you don't currently have.
Yeah. That's a good thing. Yeah, that way you can see what it will look like, even if you don't have it. Because yeah, that is something. Because I've actually run into that a little bit with the ocean area that I've been working on. Just like, okay, do I need this piece? Like, would this piece work?
Yeah.
You know, like, would this color work? All right. So, like, there's been, I think, 2 things I've gotten just a couple things of just to see what it would look like. But, hey, I'm Bricklink. If you want to find the big ugly rock pieces, is that under B? Because I think I looked under B and I didn't see it. Oh, Chris, I'm building this safari set. Coconut is disassembling his Naboo mock. Greg was building an Overwatch set. Let's see, Vibe had built a Star Wars set.
It was dual on Starkiller base.
Yes. Yeah, because I got the, like I said, I got the Mustafar set.
I really want to get that set just for the angry Anakin. It's a cool minifigure.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a pretty rare one too. You don't have a lot of sets that include that version of Anakin.
Really?
Yeah,
you think he would have been a pretty popular one?
Because he came out back when the older Clone Wars waves, I don't remember when it was. He came in a Jedi Interceptor. You got like the red eyes, like the messed up eyes, angry eyes, and then I think you got one in Darth Vader's transformation, but he was like he'd already been burned, so he looked messed up and mutilated.
All right. Huh. Hi, Digid. So, Greg, are you there, sir?
I am.
How long? I can't remember how long you wanted to go for today.
Oh, what time did we start? We started at 7, didn't we? So we go, I don't know, 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I was thinking like that. I know Coconut said that he was only gonna be able to stay with us for a couple hours. I'm not sure, what Vibe's schedule is.
I'm good for a couple of hours. So sometime between now and, I don't know, 35 minutes. Is that good for you?
Yeah, that works. I'm gonna try and take care of a few things. I'm tired too, man. I stayed up late last night, and I got up earlier today than I thought I would.
So, hi, I know you've been doing the daily live stream, and I heard a little bit. It had something to do with like an analytics test, right? Or were you doing like a little social experiment?
Yeah. Well, I noticed. Well, I've already noticed this a long time ago, actually. I didn't know it at first, but so I remember I wanted to do live streams anyways, just because it's fun, and you get the live interaction with everybody and stuff. Right. But something I didn't realize, and I can't remember who had told me in the beginning, but they're like, you should really look at your analytics after you do it. And he's like, and I don't know why, I don't know exactly how it works, but obviously your views are a lot higher when you do streams. So yeah, I was just like, well, I wonder what would happen if I just did one every night. And now for me, where I'm at, obviously it'd be different for people if they had less subscribers. Obviously it'd be different if they got more. But for me, I basically stayed between 300 and 500 views every 48 hours because I've been doing it every night. So I mean, that's kind of part of what I wanted to see was just like how the views would go, just a percentage rate of impressions and the click-through rate, and just general things. Like it's really I don't know, man, it's so sporadic sometimes with the analytics. Like some videos do good, some don't.
Oh yeah, it's
like
insane.
It's really weird, man. Like okay, the reason I started to vlog the weekend review was because every video that I put out that wasn't specifically Lego related, like if I went to a Lego store or if I went to a convention or if I went Lego hunting, not like me being out somewhere, like those videos always did really good. So I was like, well, let me just make these videos where it's just everything random, you know what I mean? And they haven't done terrible, but they're not like doing like great. And if they continue to just kind of be where they're at, I might just stop doing the vlogs because it is a lot of hard work, man. Well, because you got to constantly film stuff, and you might either forget or you might not pay attention to stuff. Like I had to cut out a good 10 minutes of my video because of this new one that I did, because I was showing these birthday cards that my mom and my mother-in-law got me. But like right behind it, clear as day, is like this piece of mail that's got our name and address and everything on it, man. So like yeah, that's not gonna work.
That's funny. I had a similar situation a long time ago, back when I first started doing my haul videos. And I'd done the haul video and I put it out, and someone jumped on there quick. Was like, "Hey man, you forgot to block out all your addresses." So I was like, "Oh shoot!" So I just like hurried, took it down, and I had to.
And there's been a couple of times where I've been really tired when I've been doing the editing. And I just haven't edited stuff right. So I've actually put out a video or two, and I caught it within like the first couple minutes where I didn't cut certain things. So, and it wasn't like nothing vulgar or bad. It's just really boring. You know what I mean? And just, it's just me sitting there looking around and like, I don't know, I might have said something to myself or something. I don't remember, but yeah, I was like, yeah, let me take that down.
Let me take that down.
So, and then the other thing is, it just takes a long time. It takes me way longer to edit the vlogs than it does like just a normal video. It takes a long time just to upload the stuff from my phone. It just takes forever.
News. I'm trying to do my best to keep cutting that down a little bit, because I enjoy doing the news, but the thing is, it takes up a lot of time. And I can almost get similar views with doing a live stream. So there is kind of you kind of think, oh, is it sort of worth doing it? But I like doing the news because it's kind of our view of the Lego world,
right,
through us. So,
Chris, let me check. He's asking how many burps did I need. Honestly, I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know, probably like 8 or 9.
Coconut, I've been enjoying
something like that.
What was that?
I've been enjoying your streams that you do with Solo.
Thank you. Yeah, because I noticed a similar thing to Brickheim, where my subscriber count was going up a lot the more I streamed. And so yeah, me and Solo Brick Builder we started doing streams together, because as much as I like streaming by myself, it's so much more fun if you have at least one other person for you to interact with back and forth, because I feel like a lot of people do watch my chats, but I don't always have a very great conversation going. And so I feel like between the two of us, we help each other keep going to keep the stream interesting for people who want to watch without even talking.
Yeah, no, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to do it with Brandon, was because I just think it's good for keeping the energy up. And well, you can build a little bit, look at the chat, see what's going on out there.
Yeah, and like Greg and I have gotten to the point now where you know, we really mesh well. Like we bounce off each other really well. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a good relationship to have, because again, we could switch off. You know, and I don't just mean like hosting the streams, like we do that, but I mean like even in any of the streams, like I could sit here and build for a little while, and he might like keep an eye on the chat or keep like conversation going, and then he might focus on something, and then I do it. You know, so it's really good. I mean, it's good to have something like that if you want. And obviously, like on my morning show, as you guys have all seen, I usually just let everybody kind of come on there most of the time. So
yeah, you got people clamoring to get on your streams sometimes. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I know, man. It's really weird. So I'm like, I don't get it. I'm not that cool.
I enjoyed some of your streams, but I miss a good amount just because I'm in school at night.
Yeah, man. I miss a lot of people's stuff.
Come on.
I try to catch everybody's streams, but just time frames, you know.
Yeah. I'm curious, do you ever get people who you kind of just have to turn off or mute or get rid of? You know what I mean? Like I actually, for the most part, the people I've noticed have been like professional and nice. But have you ever had to get anybody where you just have to?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, there was one person just recently. I didn't say they couldn't be in the chat, but they can't be in the stream anymore. They took it well though. I mean, and look, and I was explaining, like, look, it's nothing personal, man. I just like just certain complaints that I've gotten, you know what I mean? Just depending on what they are, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, so yeah, without getting into too much detail, yeah, there was just a particular
Right.
person I had to kind of speak to. So but I will say this, and I mean, if anybody's seen like some of my vlogs recently, I've had these trolls lately, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I said, like to anger any of them. I don't know if it's just because maybe people I've had on my streams that they don't like, and I associate. I don't know what the hell it is, man. But yeah, so I remember one night. I can't remember which stream it was, and I don't know. Vibe might have been there.
I was there. You got like
Dude,
30 dislikes or something.
Insane, dude. Like they were just like, and I had made it worse because I'm like, yeah, bring it. You know,
Right.
I don't remember what I said, but you know, like I didn't help matters. You know what I mean? But it doesn't bother me. It did bother me a little in the beginning,
Sure.
like when I first started getting some dislikes. And not like I was keeping me up at night, but it was just like as a channel, I was just like, you know, am I doing something? Can I do something better or whatever? Especially if you get people that unsubscribe to you, because I feel like someone's really got to not like you to actually unsubscribe from your channel. Because even if they're bored or they don't really get into it, it's not like it's hurting you and me. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know, so. But I also realized there's a lot of different things that come into play with that stuff. Like the troll thing, they could have like several accounts, because something like Ryan was explaining to me that I've seen now, and I think even Vibe, a couple other people were telling me about that. If like sometimes YouTube will take away a bunch of them all at once because they realize it's like somebody with a bunch of accounts, the same person or something like that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. But I don't care about the trolls that much, honestly, because as far as like, I remember Ninja was telling me the perfect way to put it. He was just like, yeah, one dislike is one view. You know what I mean? So
Right. It's true.
it's just attention, man.
Especially, I feel like once you really start to grow, because in the beginning, I didn't ever get any dislikes, but now that I'm really starting to pull in a lot of views, like I definitely get a lot more dislikes, and sometimes it's hard to not wonder, like, oh man, is my content just declining? What's going on?
I think honestly, man, I feel like there's probably like a person, and all they do is just go around disliking videos. Like they're just, you know, like the whole thing about like some guys like to watch the world burn or something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly, I think you're right. Plus also as well, if you know, the bigger you get, the more people you're going to upset. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because I look at like the bigger guys, you know what I mean, like the really big guys, and they get like thousands of dislikes and stuff. And I'm like, God dang, dude. But then you look and they got like maybe tens of thousands or whatever likes, you know what I mean? So it's always the ratio, you know, is always good. You know what I mean? Like it's such a small percentage of dislikes compared to your likes. And again, it's not like dislikes hurt you. You know what I mean? They don't hurt your channel or anything.
It's also interesting, like the type of content, like I don't want to say controversial content, but like content where you really like take a stand versus very neutral content. Like a lot of my videos are reviews or mocks, but I did a video a little while back where how to grow your clone army. I don't know if you saw that one, but I like pretended to plant clone troopers and I like grew them out of the dirt as a joke. And like half the comments just thought it was hilarious, and the other half were just like, "This is not fun, dude. Like, what are you doing?"
Yeah,
like, it's a joke. Like,
right.
Are really taking this seriously.
And it's funny you should mention that. Hi, BFAB. How are you doing, brother? Because I mean, look, and I love them both to death. I never want them to not be on any of my streams, but I know there's times BFAB and Sans will say something and they're just joking, man. They're just joking.
Yeah.
It's just their humor, but some people can't take it, man.
Right.
And it's like, and I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry if you can't take it, because I don't ever let anybody, and they know they're respectful enough. They don't ever cross any lines. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they get really close sometimes.
But
they don't cross them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, they're just jokes, man. And all I can tell people is, you know, if you don't like them, you can dislike my video and just leave. I mean,
Maybe one day they'll have like dislikes for who you've actually got on.
because look, I'm a humble person, and I've always been one of those people, man, that I'll be the first person to like actually make fun of myself. I just feel like you gotta have a sense of humor, man, to get through life.
Sure.
Because believe me, because I definitely have my moments of temper. But yeah, some people, man, they get so offended. And even if you get offended, like, yeah, there's lots of stuff that offends me too, man. But I don't know. I'm just not gonna go out of my way to tell you about it because I know you're not gonna care.
Right, really kind of hate on yourself.
But you know, that's whatever floats people boats, you know. What are you gonna do, right? All you can do is just try and be nice to people, man, and they either get you or they don't.
Guy, Brandon, you know that you're a nice guy. That's why I like hanging out with you, man.
I know sometimes that can be difficult when you really get to know me, or if we talk about stuff that's not really Lego, because I could be real vocal about stuff. Just the good thing is, I swear, I mean, if I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong. I've never had a problem admitting like I'm wrong or apologizing for something. I'm not, because I've always hated it, man. When you grow up and people like to love to shove stuff in your face or tell you like I told you so, and I think that's why a lot of people don't even like admitting like they're wrong about something, because they're just afraid people are just gonna, you know, rub it in their face.
Yeah.
And sometimes obviously you can't help it, you know, especially if you got your friends you know, like messing with you or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, man. Life's too short to really be too upset about some stuff.
Yeah. How's your build doing anyway? Just going back to a bit of Lego.
Oh yeah, man. Good to
Yeah,
go.
I'm done as well.
Oh yeah, so here, check it out. See what you think of it without the stripes, man. It's just white, except for the back.
Oh, they're printed, are they?
It's a cool truck though, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's a really cool design. That
It
light
is.
rack on the top is sweet.
it actually does look like a Range Rover.
It's even got the little ladder on the back so you can climb to the top, and it's got a hitch too, man. So you can you got trailers, you can put it on there.
Those little ladders you got on the back of that, for that AT-AT, I'm probably going to build that this week. I've got about 20 of those for that.
Oh really?
Yes, yeah, it's 2,100 pieces, man.
I'm so jelly of
I can't wait.
that AT-AT.
Yeah, all I've got to do now is just I've sorted all the parts. So all I've got to do is just count it all up, make sure it's all there, and then hopefully about Wednesday I can get it. So I'm hoping to get it out by the end of the week.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, Chris, I agree with you. Sometimes it is good to mix people up on the panel. I generally don't really ask people to come on. It's usually if people ask to come on, and then I'll go from there. Because all the people you see on the streams, I mean, I'll send out some invites and stuff, but you know, they just ask me. You know what I mean?
I just crashed the streams.
But you know, I mean, obviously each of us has, you know, sort of our regulars, and obviously we'll mismatch sometimes, you know what I mean? You know, and even people that like don't maybe come on the streams or anything, I know like they're supportive. I see them, you know, and they comment or whatever. And that's pretty much like what I do most of the time too. Like I really would like to be on more of you know, Julian's streams a lot, but I just cannot seem to cross the right times with them, because I always say like the worst times for me to stream really is like between like 6 in the evening and like 9 in the evening, because that's usually when like we're cooking dinner, eating dinner, doing laundry, trash, you know, just general stuff around the house. But yeah.
You're hogging the
limelight. Huh?
You're hogging the limelight.
Oh right, yeah. See, I always forget about that. I'm sitting there like looking at the chat, and I'm like, oh wait.
Hey, check out these stickers, Brandon. This is this set, and I think they're really nice.
What? Wait, what, are those the Overwatch ones? Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh.
How cool are they?
They are cool. Do you think they're gonna make more Overwatch stuff?
I hope so. I mean, I don't really play the game. Well, I don't play the game, but I've got to say, I do appreciate the sets that they come out with. Does anyone in the chat collect the Overwatch ones? Because these have been good builds. That's my
Oh, you finished it?
Oh yeah, it's all done. I can't believe it. I think this is the first. I've actually not only have I finished the set for this one.
Does that sit on the tires or not tires, but
oh, they're like train.
But like, does it sit on those like it would if there were tires, or does it sit on the?
If I put that down there, look.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just so it can kind of move along, but you've got these hover elements here as well. You've got the This is quite smart. This build here.
Yeah, it's got that. What am I thinking of? I can't think of the name, but there's a certain building that it's called that it looks like.
There we go.
Oh, what's that?
That's the.
That's the other piece, huh? The little street side piece. What is that? A generator?
Yes, yeah, a generator. So it generates power for the lamps.
Ah.
I'm guessing. I tell you what, I bought a really good figure this week.
What's that?
This guy here. He was in my Lego haul that I put out this week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hydro Man.
How cool is that? Love that. It's a cool figure.
That is cool. Chris says I haven't bought any of them. Oh, the Overwatch sets. Yeah, I liked a couple. I definitely liked Diva and what was it, Bastion? No, not Bastion. Diva and Reinhardt. As soon as I saw those come out, I immediately was wanting to have those. I'm a big fan of mechs, but Lego really doesn't make mechs that I like because they usually do them like in the cartoony Spider-Man ones or something like that. Like, but I would, dude. Oh my god, see that? If you're gonna make 18 plus sets, do that. Make like some like Gundam sets or like some mech like freaking big barrel guns or something. You know, I mean, like
that would be awesome. Lego still has the anti-violence policy.
Right. Yeah. That's okay. So no gun, even though we have characters with guns, but okay. What if? No, you're right. That wouldn't work.
Well, look here. Look.
I mean, I wish they would do like buildable lightsabers that you could build and display.
That would be awesome.
That's a gun.
Yeah, but it's a license. Licensed themes are exempt to that rule. Like, there's no guns in Lego City. Like, you're never going to see a gun in something that's not Portal or like a blaster in Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a gun in Ninjago or any of the in-house themes.
But I get it. I mean,
on realistic points, they can't not have guns in Star Wars or in Overwatch because that's part of the game.
Right.
That makes sense.
It does make sense, yeah.
I mean, it's like in Star Trek, I'm sure they'd have phasers.
Do like swords and stuff apply too?
No, because I mean, well,
because I was thinking, okay, maybe the mech doesn't have like guns. Maybe it's got like these big giant like swords that
they were like samurai mechs.
Yeah, dude.
They have their own version in Ninjago, and the pirates have swords.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, I guess Western had guns, didn't they?
I don't know.
Like the old Westerns.
Well, what about the pirates? Did the pirates have any? I know they had cannons. Yeah, I agree, Greg. Stud shooters suck. That seems to be kind of is that a controversial thing right now? I thought I saw like some article or something or a video the other day that said like the case against stud shooters, or they got to stop making stud shooters, or I don't know what it was. Man.
People hate stud shooters.
I don't think I hate them, but they are. I would rather just have like a mold.
I mean, they just need to do both. I mean, it's not like that gun costs them more than a penny to make. They could put, if there's 3 stud shooters in a battle pack, they could easily put 3 guns in a battle pack.
And I feel like it's definitely the stud shooters are demographed for a very specific target range age of kids, because we don't need them. Like we say, for the most part, we would rather have molds. You can't have a really, really young kid with stud shooters because like they could choke on the pieces or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. They had guns. The pirates did. Interesting. Legoland closed. Really?
Oh, that was surprising.
That doesn't surprise me.
If they're closing.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't surprise me, man. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. Really, I've even heard, and I don't know if they could do this. And actually, were we talking about this last night live about grocery stores?
Yeah, that was my question. I mean, well, my point is they can't quarantine everybody because you have to go out and get groceries, or you have to go. I mean, all right. I mean, at some point, not every job can be done from home. So people are going to have convenience stores are going to have to be open. Grocery stores are going to have to be open. They wouldn't.
But you know what? You know what's interesting is imagine if this wasn't like just a worse strain of flu. Imagine if it was something like remember that movie Contagion, where imagine if it was something like that. Like, okay, now it's not about like, oh, I might just get like the flu. Like, no, if I get it, I'm gonna die. Like, then I wonder, like, cause dude, everybody would be too scared like to go out anywhere, at least for a while. I mean, if it was something like that, like that's serious. So I don't know, man. It's really interesting to think of, because it seems like in all these like apocalyptic movies and stuff, it's like it seems like the craziest things are always like how people react, like how they move forward or treat each other, or So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, we haven't gotten to that point yet, but all the toilet paper is gone, dude. So. Use online grocery pickup from Walmart.
Yeah. Try doing it with a 16x8 plate.
The problem with that is if they're out of half the stuff, I mean, does it tell you online whether they're out of it or not? Because you bought stuff and then they're out of half the stuff, and if you go to the grocery store, you could adjust what you're buying based on what they have.
And it's not delivery, saying it's online pickup. Okay.
I think online, you have to go to the grocery store pick it up, or go to Walmart pick it up, but they
are running out of stuff.
Because I can imagine for delivery, and they bring food to your house, and they're like, "Here you go."
You could just have that. Just take it.
When I had Tesco's came around yesterday with my groceries, my delivery of food and stuff like that, and then when they deliver them, they give you an iPad to sign. And I said to the guy, I ain't going to touch that, mate. And he goes, well, why is that? I said, because it's been touched by everyone else you've delivered to today. So he went, oh, do you mind if I just squiggle your name on it? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm not joking. He literally put an X. So
yeah, actually, I used my credit card yesterday, and when I had to sign for it, I just took my sleeve and put it over my finger and signed like that.
But I noticed everyone, when they're going through doors at the moment, they're kind of using one finger.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got sanitizer like on my little belt clip thing, man. I'm squirting that stuff all the time now. Yeah, I mean, it seems so silly, man. Like you're just like some crazy paranoid person. I just can't help it, man. Until we get through a few weeks and we can see like if it's gonna get worse or better. And like I was telling people, I'm a diabetic. You know what I mean? So I'm not in the worst category, like if you're very elderly or if you've got certain diseases or whatever, but like I'm definitely in the category of where it could be dangerous for me, just because I don't have the best immune system in the world. But I'm young enough, but I think I'm all right. It should be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
But why take a chance? Because even if it wouldn't kill me, I don't want it. Like I don't want 108 degrees. Bye, Chris. Have a good day, brother. What is Brixomnia saying? My Publix closes at 8 p.m. to restock and sanitize everything. That's very reasonable. I would dig that. Because look, they're open from a certain time, but like I would definitely be like, okay, that's cool, man. Go ahead and close down, restock, sanitize. I'll be back in the morning.
I think Apple just announced that they were going to close all of their stores.
Personally, in my opinion, and look, and it's really, really difficult to say this because obviously people need their jobs, because I could really push for medical leave because I have diabetes. I looked it up, and like if there's a pandemic issue, like a pandemic thing going on, like I could claim medical leave. But even then, I don't know how long it would last. But if I didn't have that, I still have like paid time off I could use for a little while. But how long, you know, like
my brother.
Like 2 weeks, 4 weeks, few months, like.
It's the economy. It's restarting the economy and bringing life back into it after that. My brother's just messaged me, funny enough, to say that, and this is my brother kind of making it sound a bit more terrible than it is, I guess. But he's put Apple just closed every store on planet Earth.
I mean, here's the thing. They already announced it. Apparently, their quarterly that their currently orders are their current quarter sales our revenue is going to fall short because all their stuff's made in China, and currently half of China or more is shut down.
Yeah,
so they're clearly going to have their worst quarter ever, or probably at least in modern day times. But Apple has enough money in the bank; it really doesn't matter. And they're probably going to pay all their employees to stay home.
Yeah, there's going to be a few companies it's not really going to hurt, and if anything, they're actually probably going to go out of their way and actually help their employees, man. You know what I mean? Like that's a really honorable, good thing to do, especially if you've just got billions, and it's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? Like you're still going to have billions. You know what I mean? But I think for definitely a lot of this, because that was a thing I didn't think about, guys, was the economic aspect of all this. I haven't really been paying attention, like to the stocks have been doing horrible, and. Yeah, so
it's on Friday, thankfully. I don't know where it's at after it's trading.
I mean, I've seen now so many different ways it's affecting people. So, all right, for instance, like, okay, we'll just start with like the NBA. So I guess, at least as far as I know, like they've shut down the season. Like, I don't know if anything happened, like they might bring it back or whatever. But it's not just the NBA. Obviously, there's a lot of people that work, you know what I mean, for the NBA, like smaller paid people. So obviously those people aren't gonna have any work. And then that means that, you know, that's more tax money that would have to be, you know, it's a lot of domino effect.
It's all that. It's crazy.
So it's hopefully, you know, we'll get out of here.
A couple interesting news articles on the stock app on the iPhone. Hollywood could take a $20 billion hit from the impact of the coronavirus, just from pushing movies back or people not going to movies, whatever. And then here's an interesting article from Bloomberg saying that coronavirus will change how we shop, travel, and work for years.
Well, I do know that. I don't know this, but I would like to think that we would sit down and have a nice long talk with China, because again, they really dropped the ball on this, man, and all of this is because they tried to suppress, you know, the information and the facts and everything. Whereas, and I was telling somebody the other night about like, dude, we're all like, yes, everybody has their differences. Some countries hate each other, whatever. But I mean, like, as far as death is concerned, like we're all on the same side, you know? So if China was like, look, this disease popped up, we would like some help. We don't want it to outbreak or get out in the rest of the world. Like, I can't imagine all of us would be like, no, screw you, man. You guys deal with yourself. No, man, like we would help your neighbor, man. Yeah, and not if you want to do it for selfish reasons, like, yeah, we don't want it to come over here. I don't know, man. It's just weird how things work out like that.
Yeah, I just hope they're trying to find how to an inoculation for it somewhere, because they just seem to be. My mindset is that they are just waiting for everyone to kind of get it.
And you know what? This is going to have a lot of impacts that I think that we're not even realizing yet. Like, for instance, think about animation. Like, think about cartoons. Think about how many animations drawn over in China and stuff, you know, or just any product, whether it's shoes or I don't know, Funko Pops. I know Lego's not made over there, but actually Lego is starting. They did put a factory over there, did they? I swear Lego put a factory over there.
The Lego have said, though, it will affect them. I mean, their stores are very quiet.
It's going to affect everybody at least a little bit. Like, even for instance, my birthday's Monday, right? So it's a tradition in our house, for whoever's birthday it is, you get to pick which restaurant you go to. And I was going to pick somewhere to go, but we can't go. So, you know, and it's actually, we probably could. And my wife was actually leaning about just going anyways. She's like, yeah, we'll just lather up in sanitizer. We'll be all right. But then, like, later on, she's like, we probably just should not go. She's like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's all right. I was like, it's all good. You know, I mean, I understand, but it just does suck because again, it's not just the restaurants that's gonna hurt. The waiters, the waitresses, the bartenders, then their vendors that supply them food, like, you know, yeah, it's definitely a domino effect, man.
It's massive. Honestly, it will take a long time to recover from this, and it's going to change the world.
That's very interesting, minifigure collector. I don't know all the details about what's going on in all the other countries, but look, I know that we're supposed to have some tax relief as far as like the testing is going to be free. There's a couple other things, but like something like that would really help Americans. Like if you could waive a mortgage, like just even one mortgage payment, dude.
Oh
like,
yeah, that would make a huge difference.
Dude, yeah. Like
At
because
some
if you had to pay
point,
one mortgage payment, you probably could not worry about going to work for a couple weeks. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
What's that, Ryan?
I was going to say, I mean, I don't know if the right word is waiving, but like, let's just say you owe another 96 months on your house. I don't know what the number is. Basically, push it out so you don't have to pay this payment.
Yeah.
You just pay another month.
Right. So it'd just be a month longer on your mortgage. Yeah. So yeah, even that could be.
But the problem with that is if everybody was allowed to skip their mortgage payment, is that going to mess the bank up?
Well, technically, no. But that's because I've done a lot of research on fractional banking. And yeah, the banks really screw us over, dude. Dude, the banks don't really put up anything, man. That's what fractional banking is all about. So if I go and take $1,000 and deposit it, or let's just say I take $10,000 deposit into a bank, they take 10% of that and put it into reserves. And the rest of the 90% goes into something called excess reserves. So when you go in and need a $10,000 loan, they just give you like credit of $10,000. They don't actually give you $10,000 bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all like, they're called promissory notes. It's not even called money. It's called promissory notes. And 90% of our money is digital anyways.
Yeah.
But we're the ones that go out and physically work to make the money to pay back the loans that they don't even actually give to us, man. It's the same thing with credit cards. And yeah, it's insane how the whole thing works, dude. And there was actually one case back in, God, I think it was back in the 60s or something like that, where a guy actually, the mortgage company was going to foreclose his house. And he took him to court and he won because they actually didn't technically provide anything. It's a promissory note. It's them saying, yes, we've got this money in the bank to cover what we're giving to you, even if they don't even technically have it. It's very complicated, man. But I'm telling you, fractional banking is one of the worst things. It's because of the Federal Reserve Bank, which isn't even owned by our government. That's what a lot of people don't even realize. It's not even a federal. It's not even a federal actual institution, man. It's privately owned.
Here in the UK, Brandon, they've promised people that if they get the virus, they'll pay 2 weeks wages for them. So I mean that's billions.
And yeah, and it made it even worse. Yeah, when the whole the mortgage crisis, you know, the housing crisis happened. You know what I mean? Because then we all bailed the damn banks out of jail. Yeah. And they still have the nerve to charge us for all the stuff that they charge us for, man. It's crazy. Because do you think, listen, this is what's crazy. If you get a loan from the bank to buy a house, you know you got to pay interest back. Like our house costs $230,000, but do you know how much we're going to pay by the time we pay it off?
Oh,
Probably 450.
Oh, dude, I don't even know. My wife knows, but it's a lot, man. It's at least double. You know what I mean? But when we loan that money for the banks to bail them out, do you think they paid us back interest? Nope.
One rule for one rule for the other, Brandon.
So I don't know, and I feel like a hypocrite, man, because, dude, I use my credit card to buy me Lego.
Yeah.
So I'm being a total hypocrite about it, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, ZPS Zachary Production Studio?
Woo! That is a name.
That's a mouthful, buddy. I'm just gonna call you ZPS if that's okay. I like to try and like just shorten everybody's names. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. You know, I mean, look at our own Lego. I sit there and I complain about them, man. Like, you're gonna charge me $5 for a minifigure, but you just profited $6.5 billion last year. That's after you paid everybody and your taxes.
Did you see that they closed Lego Bricks and Pieces until after the virus is over?
Yeah, and good for them, man. I mean,
hopefully that'll increase Bricklink sales.
Well, oh no, wait. Is that? Am I thinking? Is that the like on when you go online you pick bricks?
Yes.
Oh, well, you guys don't really get bricks from there, right?
I don't, but hopefully, I mean, other people do that don't shop on Bricklink.
That just seems so dumb to me. I mean, like, nothing against Lego, but dude, obviously Lego doesn't give good prices like everybody else does. You know what I mean? Like, so it would just make much more sense to go out Bricklink. You know what I mean?
I would
The
agree.
only thing that sucks about Bricklink is when you can't just get everything from one store.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I hate sometimes because you got to pay all the extra shipping and stuff. But it is what it is, man. I'm so glad we have it. I mean, especially for mock builders, man. I don't know what we'd do if we didn't have Bricklink, man.
Oh yeah, there's
no way you would be able to do it, man. I mean, you
Right.
could, but it cost you a fortune. You'd probably have to travel a lot. Hello, Redmond. Let's see. My wife knows pretty much how it is for me too. She's an accountant, so she handles the finances. Never did well in math anyway, so I mean, yeah, completely, dude. Like, all my life, I've been able to like pay my bills, but as far as like save money and like do stuff with it, I've never been good at that. My wife, however, dude, my wife has got like an 850 credit score, dude. Like, I've never seen her pay a bill late. Like, she is the most responsible person I've ever met in my life. What did Mr. Hinkle say? All the moms and casual fans shop bricks and pieces. They don't know Bricklink exists. Yeah, that's and look, like pick a brick wall is totally different. You know what I mean? Like, you go to a Lego store and you could see all this stuff and get cups filled. That's completely different. But yeah, ordering individual pieces online, that's gotta be exhausting. I brought from Bits and Pieces, and some parts are cheaper than Bricklink. I mean, I'm sure they have some pieces that might be cheaper. I just don't think overall it's just, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, man. I haven't really bought very much at all from Bricks and Pieces, but it just doesn't seem generally economically better, financially better to just. I mean, I guess if you literally only needed maybe a couple pieces or something, that would make sense. Because you could like order something else from Lego and get those pieces, and you'd have free shipping too, But I don't know.
They charge you a flat rate of like $3 or $4 for Bricks and Pieces, I think.
It's crazy though. It's so wild because on Bricklink, a lot of stuff is way cheaper, right? So yeah. I'll get like something, and it's been a little while. But I remember, I don't know, maybe like half a year ago, I got some pieces for something, and it was like about 50 pieces, and I don't remember what it exactly was for. But yeah, it cost me like $3, but the shipping was like $8 or something, and I was like, man, it's like you pay more in shipping than you do for the actual thing. Oh, no problem, Mr. Hinkle. Bomb diggity. A lot of businesses are going to fold because of this. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I don't doubt, And then there's situations like Mr. Hinkle. I don't know if anybody had a chance to watch his stream yesterday, but so Mr. Hinkle was talking about that. Yeah, conventions are going to close down, or at least be postponed for who knows how long. So Mr. Hinkle was going to sell some artwork there. That's how he makes his money. You know what I mean? He's an artist. He sells his product. So obviously now he's not going to be able to sell that stuff there. And then he was talking about the schools are closing. And his kids, like he said, he's not worried about his older son, but like he's got to basically be his younger son's teacher and every day get in touch with the school and make sure this is happening. And and that cuts into all the freelance time that he normally would be able to do during the day.
Yeah.
So again, that's more money that's he's not able to make.
Think about
and like for me,
parents that don't have like schools where their kids.
Well, yeah. So that leads me to the next thing is, okay, so there's a lot of like single parents that what are they gonna do? You know what I mean? And even like for me, I'll be fine because I work in an industry where it's where people live. So I have to, me and obviously a handful of people, like we have to maintain these apartments and stuff. If there's emergencies, if just stuff has to be done. But so I'll be fine. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't have that luxury. So yeah, I feel for you, Mr. Hinkle. I feel for everybody that's gotta figure this crap out, man.
Yeah.
And it's just stuff you don't think about,
Tighten the belts. That's all you can do, mate. Honestly. I mean, like you think, right? It's winter here in the UK. More people are going to be at home. More people are going to be spending money just keeping their heating on and stuff like that. And that's a big increase in your outage again. And there's it's. Do you know what the only good thing about this whole thing is that it feels like everyone is affected by it. So it's not just a country. It's not just England. We're not just sort of saying, oh, it's really terrible over here and stuff like that. Everyone is feeling this.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Coconut, I know you're probably a good 15 years younger than me at least. But in my life, I've honestly never come across anything like this before. This is so global. This is such an international issue.
Yeah, because even SARS and all that didn't get this bad.
No, SARS was nothing like this.
Yeah. There was somebody that was in there I didn't say hi to yet. I just noticed. Crap. Rangers Omaha WW2. Hello. I hate not saying hi to everybody when they come in the chat. Brick Revolution. Hello. Yeah, I don't know. Look, like he's like, I hope it's only a 2 week school shutdown, and I want to say yes, but I don't know. Like I don't know, because obviously if this doesn't get under control very fast, I don't feel like it's gonna be a good idea to send anybody back out. You know what I mean? You don't want to take a chance of it, picking back up. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm hoping that we can hurry up and, like I said, with the distances and stuff that is closing down, all this stuff we're doing, that it'll help kind of like burn it out, and people will get sick, nobody will be around each other, and it'll go away. Or by that time too, hopefully we'll get a vaccine and it'll be all good. So yeah, what are you gonna do, right? Oh my goodness, look at the time. So what do you think, Greg? You ready?
I'm ready to get me some food.
Actually, I'm kind of hungry myself.
Me too.
So, hey, Vibe, Coconut, thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah,
no problem. We're slowly. It's not like it's going to be an all-time thing, but like we've been wanting to try and bring on a couple guests at a time, and just to, I don't know, chat. It's just like I said, this is both Greg and my stream, so we always try and make sure we talk about stuff and collaborate and agree on things first, So, because on my stream, I'll do what I want. His stream, he does what he wants, but we work together on this.
It's collaborative stuff. So the next one we do, I'll be hosting it. So we just take turns in it, man. It's cool. We love it.
It's an awesome thing you guys have going. Really impressed.
Thanks. Yeah, man. We're pretty proud of it. We're very happy about it. Yeah. It's cool, no doubt. I feel like we're bringing two sides of the ocean together.
Yeah, definitely.
So actually, Greg, I know I kind of mentioned it, but yeah, see if anybody on your side of the pond might want to like hop in and be a guest.
Yeah,
I know Kaz and, like I said, Robin Hole. Those are two that immediately pop in my head. Maybe Gallagade.
Gallagade. I'll ask Gallagade, and just anyone else out there in the UK. I know Flash Pants is in the UK as well. I'll ask around. I'll put the feelers out.
And real quick, I just wanted to say something, Mr. Hinkle. I have every intention I was gonna be popping on Coconut Brick Studio. Like he's got a Teespring shop, and I wanted to get like a sticker, eventually buy a shirt or something like that. But I wanted to say, Mr. Hinkle, I am gonna go over to your website, and I'm gonna get some stuff just to kind of help you out a little bit, man. So
yeah,
and I've been wanting to anyways, because I love your artwork anyways. So I just figured now is probably a very good time to do that. So
yeah, I think that's a good plan.
And look, everybody, honestly, in the chat and everything, if you can, you should hop over there, man, and get something. It's not like you're just giving money away either, man. You're gonna get something really cool out of it.
Yeah.
So
he's a really good artist, everyone, and he does every Friday. Look out!
And Mr. Hinkle is definitely a solid pillar, man, in the Lego community.
Definitely.
So
do check out Mr. Hinkle Draws, and he does like a live stream on Fridays. Check that out. That's really good art. Very interactive. He gets guest people on there as well. They do, and you just throw ideas at him, and no matter what you throw.
Yeah, and actually, and if also, again, not just if going to his website, but if there's something that you want, Mr. Hinkle does commission work. I don't know what his schedule and stuff is, but I've seen him do it, man, and it's amazing work. So. Yeah, I mean, I actually was thinking about asking him to maybe design something as far as a minifigure for me, but I think I'm going to actually do it just because I'm also an artist. So, but anyways, all right, yeah.
I might get you to draw that for me. My sig pigs.
Actually, I might. You never know. I got to start doodling around again, man.
We should do. Maybe we should get some custom Transatlantic torsos.
All right. That could be like my chase figure, man.
Yeah.
I have my Brick Hive one sig fig, and then I'll have another one with like our Transatlantic logo, man.
We could have a Transatlantic on our backs going.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, like Steve-O. Oh my gosh, you know what? I gotta draw a minifigure like that now that I think about it. All right, so everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming by. And yeah, definitely the next Transatlantic, it will be in a month. I don't know exact date yet. Me and Greg got to work it out, but Greg will be hosting the next one. So you should definitely, if you haven't, subscribe to London Brick Bricks, and that way you'll be able to see when the next one is. And also, if you haven't, definitely subscribe to Coconut Brick Studio and Brick Vibe. So it's always good to support each other.
That's right.
And, lock in and be solid, So. All right. Well, I will see everybody later in the chat.
Take care, everyone. Great to see you.
See y'all later.
Later.